Hey, oh, that can't be right. Welcome back to Métropole Grid. This is the camera that it opened up on. Hold on. Let's do that again. Hey, welcome back to Métropole Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. Now the audio is reasonable. Hi. We were on the audio for a long time because Pat and I were actually talking about the agenda density video.
We were just talking about that, River.
How's it going?
Hey, everybody. I'm Patrick, of course. I am the Elden Ring of the Metropole Grid, in which
I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure what that means. I haven't played. I don't know where you're from,
means.
Soft Guy. I just, people want the Patrick lore.
Yeah,
they want the
that's
deep Patrick
cool.
lore, and like different people have different like puzzle pieces. They have to come together. They have to get into like Usenet groups.
Yeah,
I think, and like just assemble what is known about Patrick.
Hopefully you're doing well. I just want to point out right now, and you're not going to see this, but Pat will be able to translate across the table. You see this blinking red
Okay,
number?
I didn't want to just interrupt you,
Yeah,
but I was like, I'm really curious what the blinking 11 is.
There's a blinking red number, and it's 11, and I can't make it stop blinking. It's always going to be there, blinking 11, really in an intimidating way. It means that so far in the stream, we have dropped somehow 11 frames. Now, you want to be dropping 0 frames, just to get that buttery smooth in there, and I can't reset that button. Oh, I just reset the button. Okay. Welcome back to Métropole Grid. My name is Andre. Welcome to Métropole Grid. What is it? This is now the Netrunner players' top resource for Arkham horror content.
Yep.
Hopefully you're doing well.
That was an April Fool's joke on yourself, wasn't it?
It was.
That whole video.
Yeah. It's been a wild week. We have a lot to catch up on. Just explain where we are. We put out a lot of content, I think now. It's in about a week. Last week we put out a video on a deck dive. Then we put out an April Fool's video in which we did Arkham horror content, which was its own thing to talk about, which is actually a lot of fun. And the feedback to that has been incredibly positive.
It makes me feel happy and guilty whenever you say we.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Then this weekend on Saturday, we had a GNK locally. Shout out to Isaru for running that. We had 9 players show up, which is pretty great for an in-person GNK.
Yep, pretty decent. And he did the right thing at the end, which is he gathered everyone together and asked, when are you all free next?
Yeah.
To run the CEO? Because then we'll get at least those 9 people, and then all the other stragglers in Montreal who don't always show up for everything.
They'll show up if they want. But yeah, it's not their priority anymore.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, we're going to have our circuit opener here in Montreal, our first one this year on the 22nd of April.
22nd of April.
At L'Abysse, which is in St. Leonard, which is in basically like, it's not Little Italy, but it's like bigger Italy.
It's so far from Little Italy.
I know, but St. Leonard's classically like where Italian folk live. Okay. It's not Little Italy.
Okay, all right, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
Saint.
I thought the Anglophone pronunciation was Saint Leonard.
Yeah, I think
like how do we ugly up the French?
Yeah, I think it's Saint Leonard is how people say that.
The important thing is it's nowhere near Don Quixote, which is of course the funniest street in Montreal.
Hey River, how's it going? Let's catch up on stream. Lana, how's it going? Faceless, I was worried the stream wouldn't happen because of all the GNK content. I needed this since I'm home with broken bones. I can't attend my local meetup. Faceless, hopefully you're doing okay. Yeah, no, we're definitely here on just about every Thursday in the year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of GNK content to watch. Again, it was like an 8-hour stream, which is pretty wild. We'll talk about that in a minute, but hopefully you're doing better.
Faceless is going to be like rear windowing this stream. Faceless can't get out of their home to like warn people that there's a murder happening.
You need a captive audience, let me tell you. It's the best audience. David, how's it going? Hey Phil, Pat Lore episodes are always top shelf. We were not convinced that this is the name we could use for this channel. Pat does not have a great deck, but we're gonna go over Pat's deck today to see how it goes.
We are number 4
Felipe,
out of 9.
How's it going? Sophie, how's it going? The Gen Density video definitely won't be a live stream, but it will be. I'm recording it tomorrow, so it'll be out probably this weekend, maybe Monday. I think Monday is actually more realistic because it is a holiday weekend. Haven't had a chance to watch a GNKs, but happy to see the stream this week. Hey Ryan, welcome. Hey Kat, how's the net running? It's been good. It's been a lot of net running this week. Again, once we catch up on chat, we'll talk about all of it. Ixtran, hopefully you're doing okay. Hey guys, hope you're doing as well too. Thanks for joining us. How is the blackout, Diogen?
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Because that's my news. That's my news segment is the blackout.
So if y'all don't know, Montreal right now or yesterday was hit by a really, really bad ice storm. It's actually the worst ice storm the city's had in 25 years. And
25 years. Every 25 years, like clockwork.
Yeah, about 25 years ago, there was this really, really notable ice storm that happened in Quebec.
It's local legend. Like people always talk about where were you in the ice storm? What were you doing in the ice storm? Like that is how you know a Quebecer, basically.
Yeah. No, you can just Google it. You'll see images of like electric pylons crumpled over like pop cans.
Oh my god, it's amazing. Yeah.
I didn't live here. I lived in Ontario, but I've heard from everyone who's lived here their experience of it. But we had an ice storm yesterday. It just started sheeting ice and it was quite bad. Trees just kind of all over the place. Roads closed. Power's out. Pat's power still hasn't been back on. It's
incredible that
2 days.
Your place has power. Like I kept checking the hydro map and like you're on a block that should not have power. Legally, I don't think you're allowed to, but here we are.
No, we went out and like just blocks in every direction. People don't have power.
I feel like
I don't know why we have telecom.
I think it's Netrunner streams and hospitals have dedicated lines, so like that are on a separate thing. So like ice storms are incredible. I am going to talk about that a bit, but like the freezing rain like accumulates on the bark of a tree branch and just like coats it in like centimeters thick ice.
It's very pretty until the tree falls over.
It's gorgeous, and then it becomes so heavy because you're just like a branch covered with frozen water. It just like snaps. And as I was walking out this morning, I was telling you like branches littering the street. Like people could have been driving.
Yeah. My sister and her husband, their car was missed barely by a tree that fell over in the middle of the night.
But like you see the massive tree branch, maybe a full tree, and then like it's surrounded by this halo of shattered ice. It's beautiful. Again, it's beautiful if you're not under when it happens.
Yeah. So if you're in Montreal, I hope you're doing well. If you need help in any ways, let us know. Diogen, I hope you're doing cool, doing okay too. But yeah, it's rough. There's a lot of people who are not going to be okay through this. There's people that haven't had power back for a while. Again, we're really fortunate here that hasn't been an issue, but it's pretty wild out here. It's definitely the winter. Andre ran the power grids over. Hey, Heaton, how's it going? Congrats on playing that good old Ampere, and I'm sorry we missed the lethal on camera.
Oh, I am Fletcher. That's really cool. Returning player here from the 90s Netrunner.
Oh, super cool.
Thanks for all the content. It's been so helping getting back running again. That's really amazing. Like, we're probably going to be relying on you a bit for stories and like references to that. I think is like, it's something that I still find so fascinating. I've played so little of the original, and
we don't have a video updating between 90s Netrunner and modern Netrunner, but bits means credits, so you're like halfway there, I think. Thanks for joining us. How did the GNK go? Kat, it went really well. We had 9 players, so I got a bye first round, but it was pretty good. We were at a place. I was playing. So hold on, I guess I'll pull up the decks I was playing. But basically, I wanted to play Op. And I didn't have time to prepare decks because the night before I was up really late because we put out the Arkham video. And the Arkham video is like 3 hours long, so it takes forever to export. And then I need to watch the video at like 3 times speed just to make sure that it's not terrible. So like I went to bed really late. So I put together basically the Bridgman op list from 2022 because it didn't need Drago and I knew how to play it. I played it at Crown of Lasers, and so that's an easy enough deck to play for myself. And then I wanted to find an Az deck, and I hadn't played a Prognostic Az list I was really happy with recently. I watched on the channel that we did like a Botulus Asmon thing, and like that can't be good. So I found that Limes at the CBI played I'm pretty sure it was Limes, yeah, this list at I think it was the CBI, yeah, and it's basically like the Az shell, but it was playing 10 influence on Hippo, which I found to be hilarious. And this is actually now the most influenced hardware in Az Loves Hardware, so I decided why not we do that. Except I changed some stuff. I think I dropped the 2 diesels and I played a twinning. And then I had some influence left over, and I think I also played a Miss Bones because of the meta.
You swapped the diesel for Blueberry Diesel, right?
Yeah, and then I ended up playing Blueberry Diesel just to make sure we have enough card draw. But largely I played this list. Oh, you don't play Tracker. This was like a thing for the CBI and for Ag Infusion, and it went really well. I dropped 1 game and came in first. I got a bye, so I didn't play that much, but we ended up going 7-1, which that'll do it. So, and there's gonna be more. We have some more kids coming in, which is great. You might just be on the same relay as a power station. Are you near a power station? I don't think so. Oh, actually, yeah, I think we are. Excellent. That's a good point. I used to live near a power relay station, and that always happened. We have lost power before, but I think you're right. There is some sort of like power facility kind of on the other side, which is probably it. We had some pretty wicked spring storms complete with tornadoes here in Chicagoland area.
Oh yeah, that's true.
A little bit different than ice storm. Yeah, no, it's definitely frightening.
Well, it's because of all the green dye they put in the river. It like affects the weather pattern and stuff like that.
It makes the gods angry.
Yeah.
Hey, Orb, how's it going? CBI memes.
Well, I mean, I think Chicago made the gods angry when they made the river run the wrong way 100 years ago. That's not going to help with tornadoes.
Yeah, no, that doesn't help.
Yeah.
Hey, neither. How's it going? Now, we are talking about the standard right now. Any recommendations on a Lou deck for startup? Yeah, if you want a competitive Lou deck for startup, we just put up a startup GNK, and you notice the King played a Lou deck. I don't know if you find the deck list itself posted, but he went to the finals. We'll just say that without spoiling it. And you probably can find it by just searching up deck lists and finding the one that Deer, this name specifically, that they posted on NRNDB, because it's like a double endurance Lou deck. It's probably one of the best decks in startup for sure. But you can do that. Speaking of the ice storm, Nanako, our cat, she normally is on that chair there looking at the window. And unfortunately this morning, the ice started to come down because we hit above 0. And a giant sheet of ice fell down through the window and smashed on our balcony there. And she was as scared as a scaredy cat can be. And now today, she like won't sleep. She's now, instead of looking at the window, she is across the room looking at the window. Like, she won't look at the window. She'll look at the distance at the window. And she's absolutely rattled today. I think she's hiding. Like, she's had just a horrible time with the ice storm because the sky literally almost fell on a cat. And it's hard to course correct from that path. Okay. Other stuff, new stuff, Arkham content, we put that out, received, seems to be really well. I was super embarrassed about it for obvious reasons if you watch the content, and I was almost at a point to not put it out, but I decided because I already edited it together and it was for a laugh anyways, we're going to put it out. I think there's a big chance we're going to start a second channel at some point in the near future to do Arkham content because I really enjoy it. It's really fun. And I also spent a bunch of hours making a live streaming rig for it, and it works pretty well. Shout out to Jeff who joined us for it.
And everyone watching the stream and everyone here knows that you did not do that as an April Fool's joke. No. You used April Fool's as an excuse to make an Arkham video. Yeah. And then you played a trick on yourself accidentally.
And then I goofed it. Yeah, I goofed it in a way that's really embarrassing. So again, also huge. We had our first GNK just this weekend. I'm going to open up the Always Be Running. I don't think attached here. And this was the first time that we did an event on this channel. This size, we had 31 people show up, which is huge. We have some prize support still to send out, but I want to give a huge shout out to so many people because I'll be honest, this probably shouldn't have happened. I was woefully underprepared for this thing. Like, there's a chance that we should have just let it fail because I was not prepared. I was in a really strange situation because I haven't played an online event ever. Usually when I'm playing online, I'm casting or doing production. So like, I honestly didn't know how to do a lot of stuff. Like, I did not know how you did registration. I did not know how you did match reporting. Like, there's so many things that I just haven't seen the workflow. So I don't know how to do it, let alone do it well. So huge shout out with Isengrin, who kind of showed me like, oh, you should make Google Forms, you should do this. And that helped. And that was a big thing. Huge shout outs, of course, to my partner Maddie, who offered to do all the TO stuff and like enter Cobra, and that's fantastic. Huge shout outs to Kror, who offered to like just do judging stuff halfway through the event. Even it turns out he tried to volunteer earlier and I missed his message. And just like did a great job doing all the like 2-for-1s and all the judge calls and all the like top cut stuff. And then of course on the mics we had Marbles, excuse me, and they were both absolutely fantastic, like stunningly great. And these are all folks that, you know, volunteered at a pretty short notice to be like, hey, I want to get involved. And honestly, I couldn't have done it without everyone. And I think it seemed like a success. If you have any feedback, if you were in the event, watching the event, please kindly let me know. I do think one thing I did learn from this is that if we want to do a top cut, I think we're going to do single elimination just for GNKs, because it's wild to have like a 4-hour event become an 8-hour event when we probably should just do single lim so the top cut doesn't take forever. Because I don't know if people are prepared to be there for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
So.
And people have been asking, I was busy that day. I'm sorry. Like I had plans. I had like a potluck cabana souk thing. So
Sure.
I would have been there otherwise, obviously.
Yeah.
If I was asked.
But yeah, we're gonna have more down the line. Again, we're gonna try and do stuff at time zones that make sense for more folks. Again, we did a time zone that was like chosen at first by patrons, but we're gonna try and rotate it so it might make more sense for more people. But yeah, that was great. Huge shout outs again. There's so many people that I've worked with that have run great tournaments online, and I don't have a full understanding of all the effort goes into it. So now I kind of understand a lot better about the amount of work it goes to run a smooth event. So huge shout outs to all the people that helped this weekend, all the people that participated, but let alone all the people who run events like just regularly, kind of is their job. Shout out to Jeff is in chat there. I think that's going to be the suggestion in the next version of the OP policy, single limb top cut for small events. I think it makes more sense. On that note, Accelerated Meta Test April 15th was just announced. These are the events that the Null Signal folks are been doing every month now. The first one just was, again, 2 weekends ago, and it was a huge success. So if you want to get involved to play, they're totally free to entry. These are standard, I'm pretty sure, let alone if you want to do commentary or streaming stuff, also reach out. They're looking for help there.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing, like, you know, it's important for people to take part in these because, like, you know, data is being collected. These are being examined and looked at pretty seriously.
Yeah, I hope so. I think that's really cool.
Sauce says, as a participant, it did not feel like it was your first time running one at all. It felt very smooth. It actually felt like it was your second time running one badly.
Yeah.
That's kind of mean, Sauce. I can't believe you said that. I read between the lines, obviously, but...
Thanks, Sauce. Congrats, by the way, for your games are really fun to watch as well. But yeah, no, I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, we will. The next one might be worse. Probably will be better. So there's gonna be more. That's for sure. Pat plays inside job to play fast event. How's it going?
Potluck is a card I'm trying to work into the next cycle.
Cool, totally successful. Thanks, Rob. GNK was super fun. Glad to hear, even after blundering in the stream. I'm not sure exactly what that meant, but okay. Watched several matches and thought y'all did great commentating. Thank you. Yeah, actually, so both of the folks that joined me, neither of them had done any commentary before, and they were both very excited to do it. And I'm so stoked that they volunteer. Marbles and Asphyxia were absolutely great on comms. And it was really funny too, because everyone's like in a totally different continent. It was a pretty wild internet collaboration.
Can I press that button?
Yeah, hit the button again. We lost 13 more frames. We're going to flush that down the toilet.
Okay, cool. I pressed the button.
All right. In terms of news, again, we're going to have that video hopefully up on Monday. It is a long weekend here in Canada because everything's closed because it's covered in ice.
Yep.
No, it's Easter too as well.
Yeah, well, this is Canadian Easter. When Canadian Jesus, something offensive, something.
Rabbit.
Yeah, I think so. I think Canadian Jesus lays a chocolate egg.
Timbits. Sneaking surveillance.
Yeah.
This is the Decklist of the week. This placed 3rd, 5th, and 11th at the Accelerated Meta Test, and this is a Tag Me Zahya list. A lot of folks are talking about how Tag Me kind of seemed like the winner if we're seeing less and less NBN because Drago has rotated, and that's the deck that wants to play Self-Growth Program and Market Forces, which is kind of like you can't win this matchup, just scoop matchup. Maybe Zahya walks away with this. Again, we saw this list. I think we saw 2 Tag Me Zahyas in the top 16 at Worlds this year, even with a heavy NBN representation. Now, the issue is, as soon as there is a Tag Me Zahya as a front page of the week, that's when people start going
it changes the meta to like, oh, well, now
meta.
I'm going to put end of the lines. I'm going to do the Market Forces thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. But this is really fun. Have you played Tag Me before?
I mean, not for a while. Like I did play a Tag Me Liza.
Okay.
For sure. But,
Similar idea.
But I haven't really played Tag Me in this kind of era of Netrunner.
Eric, Zahya forever. I don't even know what habit that is. How's it going, man?
What?
It's Zahya, but I don't know.
CS counter surveillance Zahya forever. Yeah.
Someone's bad license plate.
Yeah.
Canadian Jesus lays Timbits. I'm dead. I'm pretty sure. Hey Jake, how's it going? Extern, dang, maybe I should have volunteered after all. Hey, no worries, there'll be other ones. But yeah, no, it's great, and I'm excited to also, like, in terms of the event, right? Like there was coverage for the top cut, but so much more of it is the fact that we had a lot of people come out. That was their first organized play event, and
Mm-hmm.
having a space for that, as much as again the stream can focus on the top tables, like that is my priority. Again, I don't want to make a good show as much as we want to make a good place for people to come out and participate in something that might seem a bit intimidating, but hopefully it isn't. GNK was absolute blast to watch. Well done, the whole team, for getting through it so well. Oh, thank you so much, Fletcher. Don't play tag me, you'll get middle through your window.
I think missile reference
I think
to
it's
boom,
missile.
probably.
Yeah. Hey, Casey, how's it going? There's a chance, but this deck actually survives into the missile. So
That's true, because you're getting the maximum hand size
Yeah.
because of the tags.
like that was
Gross.
another big reason why counter surveillance decks got so much better is they banned, because of the other Eric Keelback card, they banned high profile target.
Yeah.
Which was the tag punishment that scaled about how many tags you have. But in this deck, if you're expecting to play against a boom deck, all you need to do is on the same turn get to 2 tags. Again, you can pull up a single tag, but get to the second tag and then drop to 7 hand size. And then if they boom you, you're fine. Now you can still lose to boom into like end of the line, but then they just kind of have to have it, which is like a bit more difficult, especially because you're a criminal and you're also pressuring them and maybe getting some accesses. But that's a basic idea here. And Obelisk on its own, like, doesn't necessarily have to be in a tag deck. I think this console is like on the cusp of being reasonable enough, but the extra hand size is great. And additionally, we can now see a lot of cards. Counter surveillance says you can access as many cards as exactly how many tags you have, as long as you can pay for that up front. And paying for that, say you have 10 tags, seeing 10 cards on R&D is obviously really good, but that might be expensive. But that's the beauty of playing 40 card level in Zahya. That gives you 10 credits back on that run. So now you run R&D, pay 10, gain 10, and then draw 10. And then hopefully you can have hand size where that's not a problem. So like these decks are absolutely buck wild. They're a bit tricky to play. I'm worried that Keelback is going to snipe us in the lobby. There's some cool changes to this list. And you saw the, like, I think the 2 top posting lists at Worlds was Eric's and then Austin's, the Null Signal president. And their lists were like 1 or 2 cards off. I do think they actually consulted to each other during the Swiss events. And this list is actually playing a second Amino, which I think makes sense. From my experience, sometimes the code gates can just lock you out in the early game. And as much as Amina, she costs 7, ideally you're getting her down for free with what's it called? The credit kiting.
Yeah, credit kiting, of course, in this deck is just free money.
Yeah,
free 8 credits.
And it helps too. Like if people are retributing your breaker, you have a second one as much as they can retribute. In theory, the Begalter, but I don't think sentries are as important to break in this deck as anything else.
Sure. And then you've got the boomerang, the sneak door, like you've got other backup ways of getting through.
And sneak door is good because we double DECKLISTS and we're Zahya, and like that's good too. 3 jailbreak, yeah, it's great. Have you played this? You're gonna play this, Pat.
Yeah, we're gonna play this.
Okay,
I'm gonna play this.
Can you Control C?
Control C.
All right, 2 guys operate one machine.
2-headed, 3-handed Netrunner streamer.
New
runner.
Yeah.
Put cursor on deck
Sneaky
list.
surveillance. You gotta put the name in there. Every time Pat is here, it's like the first time he's used the keyboard.
Come on, man. Oh,
Now you paste. Nailed it. All right.
it's your keyboard. I'm used to different keyboard.
Yeah.
And it throws me off.
Controls in the top left corner and P is in the numpad.
It just throws me off that like you've got the ultimate gamer WASD keys over here. They're like
red.
they're grippy for my pleasure. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can play League of Legends.
What?
No, it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
We're a runner. Okay.
Yeah.
This button, we're losing frames. Why are we losing frames? The stream shut down once on Sunday, and that was really worrisome.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, that's just not great. Energy almost in the very awkward position of our Prez winning Worlds. Yeah, you can't have that happen. Did you tell Austin that he'd have to throw if he made to the finals? There's no way that the Energy president could have won Worlds. That would have been such a strange look. Hey, it's Marc-Andre.
Oh, there we go.
Hey. Is Andrew a Dvorak keyboard user? No, I'm not. Assumingly, no. Speaking of, my group is continuing to work on our homebrew rules for 4-player Netrunner. Yo, let us know how that goes. That's super cool. Do I say hi to MA? Hold on. It's gonna. Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second. Hey, man. I saw Monday Night Arkham in the prize pickup form and was so confused that it was a podcast I didn't know or something.
Oh, for the DNK. Yeah, okay. I will pick up my prizes at Monday Night Arkham. Yeah.
Marc-Andre is a guy I've been playing Arkham with for now. What is it? Since Arkham's come out, it's like 7 years.
Yeah. Marc-Andre's been a part of the Netrunner scene. I mean, I guess the card gaming scene in Montreal for
Yeah.
decades.
He used to
he's
play,
ageless. I don't know.
He's I can't tell how old Marc-Andre is. But he used to play also like the Arkham, like the Cthulhu card game that FFG had at some point, I think.
Yes, and I think he goes back to like Jihad, like the original vampire game, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I know his deck. He plays a bit of fast events, but he's going to play everything you expect. So bad pub, this deck can go pretty fast.
Okay.
So we need to be able to deal with Trebuchet early, which is basically Boomerang or Bust or Begalter. Otherwise, there might be some kill punishment in this. There usually is. I'm on Tenderhooks waiting for Pat's great deck. I did not know Tenderhooks is written like that, and I think you're right, but it's... Yeah, me too. Me too, bud.
We are camping at the bit. So should I be mulliganing hard for a Boomerang?
I don't like this.
Yeah, okay.
It's hard to like economically deny
maybe.
the outfit because they just too big to fail and they're like back into it. So we'll see how it goes. Marc-Andre is also like classically he used to play decks that were like 3 merger and just like fast events as fast as possible in the outfit, which like okay. Sorry. Oh yeah, I took away your control.
Every time I'm using the keyboard, it's like the first time you use a mouse. How about that? Do you like how that feels? Do you like how that feels when somebody just criticizes you on the most basic computer skills?
Okay, so
I'm just gonna take them.
So there's a chance that we get Hardy news, but I think there's also a big chance we can just face check HQ turn 1. If he reses a Trebuchet, we don't care.
That's
and then
true.
we can always like use Zahya and jailbreak R&D.
Yeah,
like, he double hedge fund, which means he's not too big to failing anytime soon. But
true.
like, what's the
until we make
here?
him go down to 9?
But then he would have maybe played to turn 1. Like, what's the punishment here? Is like maybe Afshar, and even that's not that bad.
Yeah, there's nothing terrible in Wayland that I'm expecting to see here.
Just mouseless, that would be bad. But send it. Mouseless R&D.
I'm willing to try this. Yeah. Do we DECKLISTS then run?
No, because we want to just get our jailbreak off of R&D. Like we just want him to res. Because if they res the Trebuchet, we lose the DECKLISTS. Like we just don't want to install anything.
Oh, sorry. So we jailbreak R&D first then.
No, you just do HQ. Force him to res.
Yeah.
Like confuse him. You want to zig? Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, well,
that's
whatever.
Fine. That's fine. So just don't lose our one good card. Whichever one that is. No, that was it.
Okay, well.
That's fine. So let's see if he has tag damage. SDS drone deployment. Okay. So now he might be on punitive. Maybe don't.
Well, I mean.
So DECKLISTS won't fire anymore because it's only first time you run.
Right. Are we planning on drawing a jailbreak?
No, I don't think so.
Let's just get the money here.
That was the bad hit, obviously, on that net damage. So I think we can float a tag. SDS, we don't know if he's on kill or not, but a single tag is like totally fine. So now we just need to draw into our obelisk as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. That's good for next turn, but we still need an obelisk. I'll draw once more. Yeah, just put that down. That scares him.
Sure.
Cool. It's hard for us to steal SDS because we have very few extra programs.
Fair.
Everything's like super integral. Okay, so 2 runners playing the same deck, alternating clicks. No player communication allowed. The 2 core players have separate HQs.
Alternating clicks.
But
dear God.
D and archives, they also alternate clicks and can't communicate unless they spend a click to see one card from the other's HQ or a face-down card the other played. Whoa.
HQs, but share R&D and archives. They also.
We are debating whether the second player should play a different ID from the same faction and add cards to the shared corp deck and stuff like that. I think the 2 HQs is really interesting.
Yes.
Then the runner can like pick which one they run and like make some good.
That kind of goes beyond 4-player Netrunner into a wild, like hidden objectives party game.
Yeah. That sounds fascinating.
It's very fascinating. I like that a lot.
Okay.
All right. So we've got a server here.
Could be SDS.
Yeah.
Now we don't want to flag 2 tags without our obelisk.
No.
We definitely want to bravado either HQ or server 1. HQ we see 2 gain 2, but we take a second tag, which is a bit rough.
Yes.
Otherwise, we could just bravado the remote server and hope he forces.
I want to bravado the remote because even Trebuchet, like obviously Trebuchet, we care about because we got.
It's like whatever.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think like mulliganing for the obelisk is kind of where you want to get against this. That's fine.
It's fine.
Do we challenge it? So what do we think this is? I think it's a Rashida, right?
Yeah, probably.
Because like
so
you can install Turtle, run R&D,
slam,
but then we are on only 3 cards in hand on a tag.
Yeah,
which is not good.
Let's go back to drawing, or like install Turtle, draw, or draw, install Turtle, run.
But then we can't challenge server 1.
Well, but we don't want to challenge server 1.
No, maybe we want to get a Turtle up, but then we face check really poorly into Trebuchet. Yeah, whatever. Draw first. See, that's good. If it's a Rashida, we don't care. Yeah, I think you can do Turtle Run. Maybe he retributions it. We'll see. We keep running into gotchas like double operations. We developed a whole ritual where you grovel to the other corp for permission to play blue level clearance. That's really funny.
All right, well, we don't get a token.
That's really good, though.
It's fine, yeah.
Okay. So we'll see. I think it's a Rashidun server one. I'd be really surprised if it's like a, what is that?
If
thing
it was
that
the
spins a
SDS
borehole or something. Yeah, the SDS too is like kind of risky. And here he understands, right? Like we have turtle, we can get in here. And again, one tag is only important that we keep 4 cards in hand because of end of line. 2 tags is 7 meat damage, but it's up to us to like blunder into that.
And we won't do that.
Oh, he might be on snare. He might be like on a super modernism kind of thing. So maybe we will. But now if archives is open, we can run down and contest server 1. I think server 1's not a Rashida. It has to be the SDS.
I guess so.
Do we trade a turtle?
Unless
I think we
forgot about the Rashida, as I have done many times. Okay, all right, yeah.
I think we trade a turtle if we can.
If it's an SDS,
yeah.
Sure,
Yeah,
that's fine. Because then we'll be on 4. Like that's perfect.
Yeah, then you win. Okay, so that means we should run archives first.
Run. Yeah.
Maybe we get punitive. People stop playing punitive. Run server 1. Don't give him a credit.
Fully.
Yeah. We put on this dockless pass and we use nothing.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
We can't trash it. That's
We
fine.
don't want it. Sorry, just drop.
Yeah.
So it's really good that we got the hostile out.
Credit or maybe
Put that in rogue trading. If he trashes it, I think we're happy with it.
Yeah, that's one less action for him. That's kind of okay.
As much as like too big to fail might fix his economy, like if he trashes that, it's fine. And then this means we can get to 2 tags and a lot of cards. Sprint, okay. So he might be on fast advance. I think the Malapur means he's on fast advance. Yeah. It also might mean.
Well, like, I mean, that could just be another like seeker for kill combos, right?
Or just biotic.
I
think Mark Andre loves a fast advance outfit. All right. Well, now he has 3,000 credits. And he did not trash our card. I think he maybe wants us to have tags.
I guess he does.
So we know there's an SDS in hand and we can always just send it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's draw into a card that allows us to send it. Like that, but then we'll have 3 tags. So we'll lose the
That's game. A lot of tags. I don't want to have that many tags.
Unless we can win. But he sprinted. He actually probably put the SDS away, let's be honest.
Yes.
Okay, let's keep going trying.
Damn it.
Damn it, yeah.
I'm going to draw once more.
I guess so.
Well,
you can't play those. The diversion's useless. Yeah, just keep drawing.
Interesting.
That's interesting. I don't know if it's worth the credit to install it.
Well,
I would click for a credit here, or
this is the matchup where this is most useful because then it doesn't kind of neutralize the.
I think he's gonna fast advance from hand, but maybe. I just don't know if it's worth installing it.
I'd rather install it than discard it.
But I'd rather click for a credit than install it. Like we don't need a next turn. Because like we have to run HQ first.
I guess I have to acknowledge that I appreciate that philosophy.
Yeah, just credit and throw the diversion and the other docklands. Like they're useless.
Okay.
Oh, that's how you do it. I haven't done it like that.
That's weird. Yeah. Why did I do it like that?
That's weird.
Huh.
So here he might like even. I would love to see a big deal.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We just need to get more read. I don't know. We could run R&D. Now, if the ice is a bulwark, we lose a resource. Yeah, that's fine. That's what should have happened. Is this the first time you're using a mouse?
Yeah, I just want to use as much as possible. Like I'm trying to drag. People keep talking about drag and drop.
So the cool thing is that if he scores that with the Malapur, we'll see what he pulls to hand. I think it'll be fast advance, but if he doesn't pull a kill piece, we might have like a bit more leniency.
We win by letting him score. And he'll just be giving us information. I like it. Let's keep drawing for our goddamn console.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, that's good.
I feel like...
Do we ever click to clear tag?
Should we be running more just to get more tokens?
It's really hard.
I shouldn't
have to get to 8 to deal with Bulwark. That's nearly impossible.
Yeah, but we know that this is 5.
It feels a lot.
5 is a lot, but like...
But the thing is, like, we want to let that fire anyways. Like, that does nothing to us. Like if anything, we credit kiting Amina through that for 4. Like ideally, we have.
Well, we don't have credit kiting either.
Just keep drawing.
Okay, all right, just gonna keep drawing.
Don't install that.
Not gonna install it.
Keep drawing. What do you do here? Do you just float tags and hope? I think next turn after he scores out, we float tags.
Shit.
Whoa.
I didn't mean to.
Just commit to it.
Okay.
Just commit. Just commit.
Oh no, before goodness.
This is commit. If we don't die to boom here, we're like we actually have a huge turn here, and like we need to get over this hill anyways.
Yeah, people are gonna notice that I'm bad at using a mouse now.
Trash that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, he doesn't have punishment in hand now. Scores hostile. Can't boom us. Throw out. That yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That card's really important not only for money but to get tags, but like we can get our own tags.
Okay.
That's an SDS.
Okay, we're alive.
What the?
It's an SDS. Is there an inside job in this deck?
Are we getting Neuros? No, that doesn't work. Is there an inside job? No, there's Boomerang. Hold on, let's check. No inside job, but 2 Boomerang.
Okay. Huh.
Okay, so we know Sprint is in hand. If we run HQ, we can see the whole hand. That's cool. We just floated 2 tags and get punished. There's a chance here that he's waiting on a 3-2 so he can score it to pull a boom from his deck. That would actually be very smart. I think we have to respect that. So let's find an obelisk.
Useful.
Is it?
Yes.
We know there's 1 sprint in hand, or 1, what's it called?
Oh, okay.
Sprint.
Right now it's not useful, but eventually useful.
Yeah, at some point it has value. Like most cards.
Yeah, okay.
Keep going.
Oh,
We just have to hope he doesn't have kill.
I guess so.
Do
we run archives just to get our token here?
No. If anything, we would hit HQ.
Sure.
Maybe it's the SDS
With jailbreak?
No, because
I feel like that. I feel like this is an SDS.
I don't know. The line that he's booming us here is so cool, but with double sprint, I don't know. I think he might be a fast events deck. Okay.
Well, fast events that's still running SDS.
Yeah, weird how that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Hey, can more people in chat talk so that that the hedonism bot isn't the the only thing I can see with my sensitive emotional human eyes, my human eyes that have have got 2 eyes and a heart. It's okay. Just so people want to keep talking or something.
Just send it. We're already past the
fine. I'm gonna
no. Don't jailbreak. We have DECKLISTS. It doesn't do anything. Just
oh right, it does. Yeah, okay.
The motorcycle HQ. We see the whole hand. We get 300 credits.
Motorcycle HQ.
How many bad?
Oh, thanks everybody. How's everyone doing? Oh my god, how's everyone? Oh my god. What are you sorry for? I don't see any messages immediately.
I think it might be a fast events deck. Okay.
I mean, like, what Wayland isn't running Audacity these days?
No, you're true. That's true. So true. I really hope we don't die to boom here. There's no way around it.
I'm just gonna put this down.
Put that down. Yeah. Let's see. Is this first time you're using a sensitive human heart?
Huh. Yeah. Okay. So the Patrick lore of this episode is. Ooh.
I think we're dead. No, we're not dead. That's fine. SDS. That's fine. We lost a turtle.
I've lost lots of turtles in my life.
Oh no, Pat, no.
Oh, sorry, right. I'm not allowed to talk about that.
What is he pulling? So can you hover Malapert? So Malapert says when you score it, you can find a card. So we might have been able to contest the remote server. A problem is obviously Trebuchet and Bulwark are really hard to deal with, but eventually we'll get there. So he pulled a Bulwark. That's fine. Ice is not the solution to this issue. Like a Bulwark, eventually we get through for like whatever credits.
Interesting. Oh,
so what do we know? We know Bulwark in the hand. We know Sprint, Audacity, and then
Audacity and a new thing. Yeah.
And he tries the Rogue Training. That's totally fine. Okay. Yeah, so here, jailbreak HQ, right?
To see maybe one new card. Yeah, I draw first.
No, but you see 3 cards. Keep drawing.
Well, 3 cards, but that I know 3 of. Yeah.
No, we don't know 2 of 4. Oh, you're right. We know 3. You're right. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Hey, that's the console.
So now you put that down, and then you slam HQ with jailbreak. You just see as many cards as you can.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait. But we're still not. Oh yeah, because we draw now. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, you draw the same amount. Making matzo bride for late dinner when I was listening. Yo, hey, happy Passover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those Passovers on Wednesday night, right?
God, I keep forgetting.
Yeah, no, Passover. It's again, it has an overlap with Easter. All right, so we didn't learn anything, but we get to do Zahya to gain 3 and draw 3, and now we are threatening R&D. So all we have to do is find out what R&D is, but at this point we have Boomerang, so we have to Boomerang R&D first. We have to hope it's not a border control, but more importantly, we have to make sure that it doesn't kill our obelisk if they have a trebuchet.
I was not actually terribly offended. It was just really funny that like every time I look over at chat, the thing I see is like bullying. Which I think is something that exists too much of on the internet. So like, yeah.
I don't write it down. So like, you only hear it once.
Yeah.
All right. Spin to draw 3 and shuffle.
Okay.
You want to highlight spin? So card on the remote server, no idea what it is. Can Audacity out of 2-1. Can we run the remote server? Not easily. In fact, probably not at all. We have to really respect Trebuchet here. But here we can see 6 cards. We have no other ways to get tags besides just smashing HQ. But smashing HQ is like very legitimate.
Yeah,
so do we see 7 off of R&D? The problem is like we can't interact with SDS, but I'm assuming if he's on Audacity, he has some amount of 3-2s.
Well, we can just install Amina, and that's our SDS.
Yeah,
we've got 2 of them, and we're gonna make money.
I don't know if you install that for 7.
I think it's the program we have, and we're going to see an SDS.
Yeah, probably.
Hedonism bot, you're not a monster. You're just a bad person. Like, you know, let's not go nuts here.
I'd backseat more, but I'm busy playing this great new indie game, fresh off the shelf for 2019. You heard of it? It's called Sekiro. Yo, real talk, Sangren, if you're enjoying Sekiro, check out Sifu, because Sifu has a lot of Sekiro in it.
I still haven't played Sifu.
It just came out on Steam. It is like my favorite game last year and this year. It is so good.
Have I talked about Zor, Pilgrimage of the Slorps?
I was worried that Jeff was talking about Zor.
I was really hoping that's where it goes. Cards come and go, but the turtle is eternal. Lord. Amen.
As you know, whack. Turtles all the way down. Okay.
I think I'm gonna slam Amina, and I'm gonna
do that. You live your best life, man.
Yeah, I will. Because we're getting SDS, and if we don't hit SDS, then I have the Amina down.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or do we? Yeah, I'm just gonna do it.
Sure. Here we go. Oh, don't do that.
Wait, we're not counter surveillancing?
You need a boomerang that if it's a.
Oh yeah, okay, but I'm not.
No, but you don't have enough money to do it. Like I think here now that you installed the SD, they installed this Amina. Like you just what's it called? You send the Bravado HQ.
Well, hang on. This would only cost us 6.
Yeah, plus you have to play it, plus the boomerang.
Okay, so 7. That would cost me 9.
I just don't think we're in a rush to do that. Like here, we have new cards in HQ. Like I think here, now that we have the Mina down, like we can Bravado HQ, draw 2 cards, gain
some
pay
money,
3, gain a lot of money. Like I don't think we have to do it. Like I think we can just set up. Yeah,
I'm gonna boomerang. No, I guess there's no point.
Measuring a cycle bullying after my Ampere kill was cut from stream. You deserve that. You deserve that bullying to some extent. Yeah, so sorry about that. I did not know that was gonna happen. I took a judge call and it logged me into a different account, so it pulled me out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, bad pub.
Oh yeah, because it's only 4. Yeah,
it's not great, but that's the thing. It's like I don't think we install this. We want to take tags. In fact, we should probably take the tag.
Yep.
Yeah, we shouldn't break all of this, but they lose a credit. Not that it matters on 20. So this is a mistake slightly. All right, good to know.
There's the trebuchet.
That's the word, a trebuchet. Oh, now we could credit Katie down to.
Damn it. Oh, man, I'm going to be bullied so hard in the chat for this.
Yeah.
Damn it. And on Pat's over of all nights.
Oh, no, Pat.
Oh, you know.
You can keep drawing here.
I guess I can, yeah. Huh.
You can send it HQ and get a tag. That's a good thing to actually, what's it called, to credit carding out.
Yeah, true.
Because we just need to get a slightly more tags. We'll see what he scores out here. Again, he's pulling non-agendas out of the deck too. And it's worth noting anytime he scores out, he shuffles R&D, so it's harder for us to lock with what's it called, with counter surveillance. Above the law is fine. Okay, so he's on game point. That actually is really scary because he has an Audacity in hand. So let's see what he pulls.
But we're about to see a whole bunch of cards.
Hey Spark, I live in an area without a Netrunner community and I can't travel to events. Are there other ways to get the null signal arts or foils? Participate, like, so we did the online GNK. That's one way to get involved into it. That we're sending out price support. Otherwise, you're gonna have to find online tournaments largely. I'm not sure what null signal games thinks of if you just like buy the packs and keep them. I think they assume that you're an event.
Yeah, I think it's not. I shouldn't speak, but yeah, there are online events. You can find them through green level clearance. People run them frequently enough, and most of them have price support. So worth it.
You have to flush HQ then flush R&D. It's the only safe line. You can let HQ go and only flush R&D, and then if they if he top decks an agenda this last turn, we lose.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is Bravado HQ, and then, well, yeah, I'm only seeing. You want me to do counter surveillance?
I think you could consider counter surveillancing HQ, but I think you're right. Bravadoing HQ is probably just fine.
I feel like Bravadoing HQ.
Yeah, just whatever. That's the best you got. Yeah, sorry, it's hard, Spark. There's no again, online events. A lot of people run them. Not everyone does like sending out prize support, but that's the easiest way. For
so I'm gonna break all but match strength, and then break up to 3, and we're gonna.
Also, yes, Sekiro is that made by some small studio. I've been playing Death Stranding. My brother's into Death Stranding a lot. To me, it doesn't look interesting. Okay. That's so we know most of the cards. Don't gain credits. Don't. Oh, did you also draw with Audacity? Don't hit no to everything here.
But I think I already. Okay, right. Yes.
That's bad.
Is the draw automatic?
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean,
that's bad. Whatever.
We're in this.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
so boomerang. Oh yeah. Play it on R&D. Play the counter surveillance. Run the counter surveillance. Get border controlled. Lose the game. Let's go.
If only we had that lucky charm.
Does it work?
Lucky charm? Well, yeah, because we ran
I
HQ.
thought it was remotes only.
Is Lucky Charm remotes only?
I thought so. It might not be.
I need
Yeah,
to
send it
double-
R&D though, so he can decide. Oh yeah, it's anything.
Yep.
I've never seen it not on the remote.
Anyway, yeah, we're extending this R&D.
Now I just need to get good enough to win something. Just participation prizes. You get some really nice stuff just for showing up. Oh, perfect.
There we go.
That's fine.
Let's encounter the ice. Let's.
Boomerang that. Okay. So we don't get the bad pub here. We spend 7. We're gonna get 7 back with Zahya. We're not gonna draw 7. Not that we really need it. So yeah, pay 7. Here we go. Steal. All right. Top deck would have won. Bulwark. You draw that. It's fine. Okay. One more. We win. We win.
No, we don't.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Well,
He might have it in hand.
he might.
He might. So here, ideally, we draw 7, but like we mess it up. We forgot that Ma wasn't.
Yeah.
Not optional, mind you. This is forced. So now we also know. Do we remember what's on top of the deck? What's on top of the deck here?
We know that there is a too big to fail and a bulwark coming up.
Oh, he had it.
Well, there we go. Yep.
Oh, release.
There we go.
It's a good game.
GG.
Yeah, I think we had to flush both.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
we had to flush both. Yeah, so he just had to have it in the 2 last cards that he drew into for him to have it out there.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we had to clear HQ and then clear R&D. I think I probably could have known that Marc-Andre wasn't on kill. He loves like triple bionic outfit that we could have just sent in and took tags. Again, we spent so much time setting up. Unfortunately, we got punished for it.
Yep. I do love this aspect of the game that we know his personality. We know what he likes, and so we can kind of play the person as much as we're playing the deck and the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we also could have seen one more card if we took a mouseless tag the turn before that.
Yeah.
Obviously, is like strictly right. And we could have seen, a bit deeper. Again, one more card. How much does it matter? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think you're right that getting Samina down is probably correct.
Yeah, I wish there was a
SDS.
video out that could like
2, 4,
show
5,
us
6.
calculations on the likelihood of seeing another agenda.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly work like that, but at some point.
Okay, all right.
If you don't like Kojima's writing style, it seems like it would be hard to like Death Stranding, but I'm having fun. I enjoyed some of the Metal Gear games, but not because of the story, because of the gameplay. I think Metal Gear 3 is.
And do you think that makes you cool? Come on,
it's
come
just like,
on.
the story sounds so. I don't know. It's hard. It's
Not
like
so.
it's like we're gonna use allegory and imagery, but like a hammer, not like subtle, like kind of just like a hammer. Which like okay, I guess. And then I don't know. It's hard to take a lot of it seriously as much as probably a lot of it should be taken seriously. Yeah, I don't know. Death Stranding is an amazing game. Yeah, I haven't played it. I haven't even finished a Metal Gear game since 3. Like I got Phantom Pain or whatever, and that thing went on forever. And again, that narrative too, and the characters also were a bit much for me. Sound like an old person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah,
a
that's
bit
okay
much
though.
for me.
Even though like the Metal Gear games go back a while, like, and they weren't always like that. Were they? Like it? Okay, Archduke, you need to calm down.
How's it going, Archduke?
I'm excited as me too, but
so we called the stream Patrick's Great Deck, and we're just talking about Patrick's Corp deck, which like, has anyone called it great yet?
no.
I love it. He's bringing the expectations up. It's gonna be
Yeah.
great. Also glad to see your power's not out. Stay safe. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat's power is out.
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly.
Ours isn't for some reason.
Yeah.
Which we're thankful for sure.
I'm going home to a cold. Well, no, probably a tepid apartment.
Yeah.
With melting ice cream in the fridge. I'm just gonna drink like a juice, like a cream juice.
The gameplay for Stranding is pretty sick. I know the joke, it's a walking sim with mechanics. Yeah, my brother's really into it when he was playing it, and he's just like about setting up infrastructure, and like I get excited about infrastructure. Yeah, Age Activist almost forgot it was Thursday until I saw it in the lobby. What is this like here about possible second channel? Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
A&P, that's Alt and Pepper.
I'm thinking about doing some Arkham stuff out there. It's been really fun, as much as that video had some bad mistakes in it, but I feel like anytime anyone records Arkham, they make bad mistakes.
All TMB.
Okay.
TMB.
Too many bones. All the time.
Oh, too many bones, yeah.
Okay, so it's another outfit. So again, it's hard to tell whether they're gonna be on Tag Me. I think more of them are on Tag Me than like the special that Marc-Andre plays, which is his own brew. So we kind of want to mulligan into Obelisk as much as we can.
Yep.
Otherwise, his hand is actually like pretty fire. Early Jailbreak punishes whatever server they don't ice. Sure Gamble, Bravado are fine. We can face check into most of their ice. Again, Mouseless is the only one that changes the game soon in the game. We're gonna mulligan for an Obelisk, right? Yeah, that's good too.
Okay,
That's good. That's totally fine.
Because we're going to draw an Amina, and this time we're going to do it properly.
Yeah. As a lactose intolerant diabetic, it's a terrifying proposition. I think the last thing that I ate to like really prove that I'm lactose intolerant was ice cream Pat made, and it was really good. But then I was
Thank you. Yeah.
incredibly sick.
And I've made ice cream a few times in the last couple weeks. It turned out very well. I made, of course, maple ice cream for our potluck cabana souk. I'm gonna start my turn.
All right, so here we just want to set up.
Yeah, we're not gonna play as riskily.
You can. I think you can take a tag here. Like the tag punishes you 1 and 4, so I do think you can just, or 1 and 3, just do sure gamble, throw a bravado HQ. Like you just gotta force them to res. Immediately, if they res here, if it's a trebuchet, we're fine. Sometimes resing in outfit is actually bad because it puts them closer to regulatory capture, which turns out to be like a really meaningful thing. So we'll see what the punishment is here. If we hit a what's it called, an Afshar, it's like whatever. A Whoredom's whatever. Mouseless is the 1 and 3 to be bad. Okay, so they really do want to tag us. Okay, so we just credit, put down our what's it called, our friend. Oh, you drew.
Oh, I drew. That was a mistake.
That's fine. You can play that.
Okay.
So this sucks too. Don't do that because you take a tag.
Yeah, we're just gonna put player.
Yeah, you play that down. So now we're gonna lose a filter draw off of that, which is actually like the draw there is unfortunate, but we'll be fine. Are there any Too Many Bones channels out there? I feel like there's channels that like people play Too Many Bones on them because they play like anything that's a big bloated Kickstarter game. But
I would just watch videos of people opening the special storage solution for it. That was very satisfying.
Cool.
Okay,
right.
so
day 17, we can always start with Jailbreak R&D.
Jailbreak R&D sounds pretty good. Yeah,
we get a filter draw off this, which is great. They didn't res, so again, it could be trebuchet, could just because the what's it called doesn't do anything.
We don't need this yet, but
we don't need this yet, but it's nice to have one.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll take the money.
Sure. Okay, so this one goes back. Yeah. Okay, and
I think
there's two of them.
Yeah, that's fine. Gain. Okay.
I'll gain some money.
So I think here we just cycle class acts. Like you just play sure gamble, install class act credit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just the best way we can see most cards quickly. And don't draw, so we get filter draw. Yeah.
Well, we already got the filter draw.
Oh, touche. Oh, but now we're good. We're good. Not exclusively, yeah, right? Everyone's just like, oh, I do all this sort of like big games online.
What's the other game that came the follow up to Too Many Bones? The cyberpunkish one?
I don't think it's a follow up. It's just made by the same people.
Okay, well, the game they followed Too Many Bones with up.
I don't know the name, but it is breaking into like a corporation stuff like that. And they're doing the Elder Scrolls thing now. Okay, they have 27 credits, which is more money.
Sorry, they're doing an Elder Scrolls thing now.
Yeah, they got the license. To
no
Elder
way.
Scrolls, so they're doing like Too Many Bones like style Elder Scrolls game.
All right. Well, we've got Obelisk.
As soon as we play Obelisk, we have to respect Trebuchet.
Yes.
So, burn cycle. Thank you, Driver.
Burn cycles. Yeah.
So I think you do Obelisk, run R&D, draw a card, gain a credit.
Okay.
We're gonna need to get a lot of cards at our hand. Hold on, maybe you don't do that. Do you? I don't think you. Oh, shit, I think you undo that. I think you start by bravadoing undo click. Unfortunately, they're gonna get information, but I think they have agendas in hand.
Do I ask them if I should undo click? I always forget what the.
No, you can just do it. If no rules was gained. Again, this looks like the first time you used a keyboard. Drag it back from your play area up there.
It's like a hunting and pecking. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm a professional writer.
Yeah, so we just don't want to risk anything as Trebuchet.
Oh, my job's going well. Sorry, I believe the bully asked me earlier.
That's exactly why we do them in that order. We're gonna lose a class act, but it's whatever. We could have drawn once, but let it fire.
Yeah, it's fine.
Their games are so luxurious. They're really luxurious. They're overproduced, honestly.
The traces doesn't matter in this case. Yeah.
Yeah, we're still gonna get our bravado money. We're also gonna access a card.
We actually access, so we still get the Zahya credit.
Okay, the one card we knew. Okay, so we're still on 18. That's sick. Obelisk now doesn't do anything. Here's where we just start hot pursuiting. So we have to take 2 tags and get this thing down on the same turn.
Hot pursuit. Obelisk then.
But that's no. But then we won't have 7 cards in hand.
So how do you take 2 cards? Oh well, we take 2 cards with credit kiting. So hot pursuit, credit kiting.
Hot pursuit, credit kiting. Yeah, but then we spent 3 cards and we're down 5 hand size.
I see. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, how about we spend 4 cards? Okay.
Spend 4 cards.
Okay, how do you want to get to
that number? I don't know. I think we might just like throw a doof in here and just play something. Just throw a doof in here.
All right, I'll throw a doof.
Yeah. And there's a chance we could hot pursuit singly. I think that actually might be correct. Like the only thing that's weak to is if they end the line for spite because they know we're holding an obelisk, which that was on us, unfortunately. This is not a great play. Okay, and here I think you hot pursuit, float a single tag.
Sure.
Yeah, and then just hope they don't spitefully do an end of line.
They will.
Just like fire.
Yes. I don't know why I'm hesitating here. It's my first time. Using any kind of technology.
Computer.
Yeah.
So we're through.
Can't believe, like, it's amazing that only a week ago I was on my first aeroplane.
Yeah. Okay, we're in. We get to see a card too. What did we see so far? Just economic warfare.
We've seen that a lot.
Yeah,
I'm starting to think they've maybe got more than one in their hand.
All right, throw out the cube.
Yes.
The cube, not that.
Wait.
That
There's
cube.
two. Okay, you can't just say cube.
This one's clearly a cube. The other one's just
can't just say cube.
at a corner. For sure, you know, but waterproof. Yeah, I'm worried about that sometimes.
I do like the idea of future historians finding my board game collection, but like enough of it's like decomposed that only like the plastic and like the completely like lacquered wood bits remain. Like what singular game did all these tokens belong to?
Physical cube versus virtual cube. Dana, how's it going? So this is tricky here, right? Because we have to get a second tag. So I think and get 7 cards down. So if anything, like what is the line here? Is that we do
run archives, credit kiting at the obelisks.
Don't have enough.
Okay.
So is there any line where like you put down just ended the discussion. You put down Sneak Door, you run HQ, you see a card after you play Obelisk, so you draw 1. That puts us on 4 and a single tag. That's bad too. But I think we can get the Obelisk down, assume they're non-retribution. So I do think we do Sneak Door Obelisk and then just hit. Yeah, just try that. And just make sure we don't have 4 cards in hand. Oh no, put down Obelisk first so we draw a card. Yeah. I watched a pregame discussion with Kamani, but I didn't watch a playthrough. Hillary and I are about to start Forgotten Age soon. Oh, it's so good. Forgotten Age is such a good campaign. You're good.
So I have played Forgotten Age now. Admittedly I played it with a drafted deck and it was hellish. We were driven insane scenario 5, I think.
Keep drawing.
Yeah, I can keep drawing.
If we get Retribution here, it's ugly, but that's the only thing that's ugly. And now it's easier for us to like send a Sneak Door than like cutting out a turtle, draw something like that.
And that was Return to Forgotten Age as well. I haven't played Original Forgotten Age.
Original Forgotten Age is harder. I think Return to actually polishes out, or it makes the explore mechanic less top heavy, where it's less likely to absolutely just bury you in the early game.
Yes, the way the explore mechanic works originally just sounded
exactly. Yeah.
I think because I played the Dark Matter campaign, I think that one does it with the more current version of Explorer.
I haven't done that one yet.
Oh, it's great. Okay, so we've got Turtle.
Yeah, so I think if anything, so we need to get 7 cards in hand. Our hand size is 6, mind you. So we need to get another card in hand. We could have drawn last turn, I think. So we don't know what server 2 is. It could be obviously anything. Maybe it's a Rashida. They might have been drawing awkward. They played a tempo economic warfare, which that makes sense. So here, I think we need to go HQ first, draw a card, and then from there we can credit cutting down. I think getting the turtle is not really that important because getting the turtle to 8 in this matchup is like near impossible. I think you just send this and see how it goes. I think Spin Doctor Server 2 makes a lot of sense.
Send it. Yeah, let's
hey, Stab, how's it going? Welcome.
Hey.
Yeah, that's
fair.
If they play it, we're kind of stoked. Where the border controls are going to be important.
Sure. Yeah, we're not gonna.
We want to dock and pass at some point. Oh,
good. Well, there we go.
That actually is another way to get up to hand size. So you can
we can absolutely credit cutting that. Do we run this first?
What could it be?
I mean, if it's...
I think we get messed up by Snare. I think you can check that, but I think it's a bit of a risk.
Okay, then maybe I put down the class act now.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Kalon, this is our second game, but Outfit I think is like really well positioned in the meta right now, and it's just a fun deck that people enjoy playing because it has good ice and it has like multiple win conditions. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Credit.
Yeah. Or draw. We're going to draw anyway.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, draw is probably a bit better. Oh no.
Well, we already drew from Obelisk, so
it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I think Outfit's great. I think Outfit's a really fun deck to play right now. I think it's really good. It's one of the decks that loves not having endurance around. And again, there's multiple ways to play it. Its ice is mean. Like it does everything everybody wants Netrunner to do. Archives ice makes sense. So now it's harder for us to face check. The problem here is like it forces us between both having a way to deal with Trebuchet and a way to deal with Bulwark.
Yes.
That's very difficult.
Yeah. So Turtle's going to be very difficult. We do have the Trebuchet answer, but yeah.
So Paperclip is 1 in 18. We can always draw first click. We get a filter draw.
True.
We need to find the Paperclip. Okay.
Well, this we could put at the bottom.
I would keep the second in hand because if it gets trashed by what's it called?
Retribution
Trebuchet,
or
a really
Trebuchet.
bad spot. Yeah.
All right.
I think YouTube thinks you're playing Magic. Yeah, I have to fix that after. And they removed the tag card games, and now I have to pick like Solitaire or something ridiculous. So we can consider face checking, but again, Trebuchet is the worry. So if anything, maybe we can just run R&D here. I don't know what server 3 is. Again, I think it's a spin doctor, but we can run R&D and see what they do. If they res and trebuchet or obelisk, like that's why we have a second copy. If it's a mouseless, we can maybe take net damage, but we can't commit our breakers to the table before that. So I think we just send it. We need to figure out what's on R&D. We need to find.
Yeah, let's check it because our R&D is how we win. So let's know. Let's find out.
Yeah, there's some reason you're in some games not supposed to. Okay, we'll see how bad that could be. Some games you're don't hit a breaker. Oh, okay. Could take it, could leave it. Okay.
Yeah, because we're not gonna run again.
No, but now we know that we have a server we can run, and next turn we'll do the what's it called, the Mina. Credit carding the Mina down actually.
Oh, you can do that right now, can't I?
Yeah, I don't think we want to jailbreak here, and now the problem is like we can't really face check anymore. So playing the Bagalter is a bit rough. Just draw one.
I'm just gonna draw again. Yeah.
First. Yeah. Oh, we have 2 Minas. Yeah, that's actually really sick. I hope it's Sandberg outfit. I've never seen Sandberg outfit, and I don't think it's Sandberg outfit. They have hard hitting names. I think Sandberg is so rough, and I think that showed up at our GNK, and I'm pretty sure the player playing Sandberg went to time in every match, and it's like such an unfortunate consideration that like those decks are slow as molasses, and it's a real big concern if you're going to an event to be like, oh, how fast is your deck?
Yeah,
right?
I don't think this has reprise jam.
No reprise, and I think reprise is playable in these matchups. But Tuamina is the choice that came up at the CBA. Oh, this is AMT, and I think it's a really good choice.
But yeah, you were saying like it is important to like if you're playing a physical tournament, you have to understand.
We gotta keep drawing.
I gotta keep drawing. Yeah.
Boomerang's good.
Boomerang's good. I'm gonna put this down.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, they probably have agendas in HQ. Maybe they're going slow because they realize they can. Server 3, no idea what it is. Probably is a spin doctor. Maybe it's some nonsense trap like a prize deck or something. So if we want to get something to happen right now, I think the best bet probably is to put the boomerang on R&D on the uniced and then just send a jailbreak because it draws us a lot.
The jailbreak, we don't consider the jailbreak a risk? Like taking one net damage? I know taking one net damage.
We're fine.
Anemone, but like we've got Bagalter. You don't want to play the Bagalter.
And that's why we're boomeranging.
Yeah, I'm saying we might lose the Bagalter. But always,
But to what? We're breaking everything.
Oh, yeah, right, of course. So yeah, I forgot we do have the Anemone. What am I saying?
No, we're fine.
Yeah, and then let's jailbreak.
What if Bulk gets hit? It can't. They're not playing Anemone, right? Like we're totally safe.
Anemone.
Anemone. Actually, if it's a bulwark and has 3 subroutines, like we might hit an end run here, which is like fine. That's the worst case, but we need to bait this. Like if we have that there, like counter surveillance.
Yeah, because like would they stop?
Yeah. So we'll see if they stop a jailbreak. They might. If they haven't drawn agendas, right? This run's actually pretty reasonable. I'm worried there's a spin doctor in server 3 and maybe they'll shuffle back their paper clips. Like that's kind of bad. And this you break all of it. I don't think we need to take a tag.
I'm okay with breaking all of it, especially because they are kind of low. I know they're good, not going to land.
Yeah, to fail to be behind.
Yeah. And
yeah, there it is.
Okay. Might as well trash that.
Trash those. Wow, a lot of triggers. So just do the obelisk first.
Why are there 2 boomerang triggers?
Don't ask questions.
Okay, yeah, you're right. That was silly of me.
Okay, so next turn we're going to commit to the take the tags off of our rogue trader. We only have so much hand size, so we're going to discard a card here. We can maybe play a rogue trading now, and if they trash it, I think we're okay with it.
Yes, I'm definitely okay with it.
But they kept their boarding control, which makes sense. So we know they're drawing a bulwark off the top, which is expensive, so they really need money fast. Again, we haven't seen no agendas, no regulatory capture, but you see the squeeze that this deck has. Like all the ice, it's really hard to respect. Like in this format, if you don't have boomerang, it's so hard to face check. Oh, they have a too big to fail. Wow, 31 dropped frames. How's the stream? Does it seem solid? It doesn't seem like we dropped frames here though. Yeah, 0. I wonder what that button actually is. I don't know what that button is recording.
Wait, what's that button supposed to be? Should I not have been pressing that button? What if it's one of those buttons that gives me $1 million, but someone in the world dies?
Yeah. 31 is what it says. Stream seems
Would
solid.
you kill 31 random people for $1 million?
No, we're not killing any people for any amount of money on this stream.
I like that addendum. Okay, I can work with that.
We just emptied the rogue trading.
Sure, yeah.
Run 26, they're an 18 again. They're not doing anything fast. They just drew an unknown card. YouTube working fine.
Sorry, I didn't realize you took a whole turn while I was fantasizing about a box that murders strangers.
We want to fantasize. We have to do it on there.
You're right. Absolutely, it's really intensive of me. Oh, you should type in fantasizing.
Yeah, excuse me, fantasizing.
Yeah, daydreaming about murder.
I'm doing my Black Mirror episode. Double ice. Okay, so Bulwark is there. They might try and score out.
Orbital says Twitch is spotty, but maybe it's because they're watching our stream, and I don't know if it's a comment on the quality or.
It might be the quality.
Okay, so.
All right, we need to find a paperclip stat. There's 12 cards.
Well, you know what?
Find it on this draw. We'll see 6, and we bought.
Are we gonna run for this
No,
draw?
just draw.
Okay,
we can't run. Okay, boomerang. Okay, we can boomerang and credit kiting HQ. We don't have a Dawkins pass, which is annoying. Boomeranging server is difficult. If we lose the Mina, we like don't lose the game, which is a really cool reason.
You
why
mean
you want
boomerang and
Minas.
diversion HQ?
Diversion's useless. They're 17 credits, right? Like if anything, we want
What,
to do
what did you mean though?
This one.
Oh, hot pursuit. Sorry.
Pursuit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I think we do it. I think we can just get an access here. We're pretty sure the bulwark they drew is on the table. So you do the unknown ice.
We do the unknown ice, so we're okay with them.
Oh shit! No, then we can't do this play. Oh yeah, you can do it. Just do the unknown ice, play the Begalter.
Yeah.
And then send it, and then we get our obelisk draw.
And yeah,
turtle's really hard to use in this matchup because again, all the ice we are scared about is 7 strength and 8 strength. Like it's really quite difficult. Sorry. And again, they ice up all centrals. It's really hard. Ooh, double central. That's really good. That means they might not have one on their mode server though. So as soon as we get like our immense credits down, like we're in an okay spot. This also like eventually with bad pub is
it's profitable. Eventually. I don't think we're there quite yet, but
mouseless. Okay, obelisk. There it is. Gain 1. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, next turn we can start smashing centrals and just go for accesses. We'll see if they score out. If they do, again, that's generally not a great tempo play for them.
Yeah. And I also want to reiterate, like Andre is concerned with the dropped frames. I am concerned with the overall content quality of the stream. If you have any comments or suggestions.
Oh wow.
There we go. That was a 3-2, I guess.
They have 3 bad pub. Okay, cool. So they need to score 2 more of those, and eventually it's going to be good. What imp has been seen? Hard-hitting news.
Yeah, we saw hard-hitting news, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I'm expecting 3 hard-hitting news, 3 spin doctors, and then it's like either snare or ping or
ping would be fun.
Season to taste, really. It's hard to tell, but I don't expect anything huge.
Okay, so we just hard install the turtle and then go after R&D.
I think we draw once for a jailbreak. Keep that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hard install turtle, or do we take the money?
Then we're not running. I think we need to run HQ. Like, okay, so in our 10 cards, we have 2. Check your heap. So sorry, chat can't see this because blocked. We have 1 overclock in there, and we have in our
jailbreak,
deck, and then we have 1 jailbreak.
No, we have deck. 2 jailbreaks in there.
Yeah.
In the deck. Yep. Sorry.
And then we have
2 streamers, 1 brain cell. Can they?
So we need to get as many accesses. We also have 2 Docklands Pass in 10, which would be really good to get more value from the HQ run. What did we see on HQ before? Bulwark? When we just accessed? I think it was a Bulwark again.
We do.
No, Mouseless. We just saw Mouseless.
Okay. What's Kamani? Is that the Arkham investigator? Kamani? What? Oh, I see. Is this a reference to your...
This is a reference. No, Jeff, he has no idea. No, it takes 3 people. I think we just send it R&D. Oh, we need Paperclip. Paperclip Consulting, send R&D.
Paperclip counter surveillance R&D.
Yeah, sorry, counter surveillance. Like they're gonna border control it, but like whatever. We need them to do that.
Yeah, that's true. We're just gonna pay it.
Yeah, and here if they don't break it, like we can take an extra tag. Doof is like pretty useless. It costs us a lot to get in, and dropping them from 10 to 5 when they probably have more economy doesn't really change the game much, right? Like they're gonna be fast advancing out from hand for the next couple turns. Like their economy is not that important. Doof is really expensive, right? Like we have to play the paperclip, we have to spend 2 clicks on a credit, and we don't need the money. Here, so I would consider
not because they have too big to fail and we'd be dropping them below 10.
That's really funny. Yeah, don't. Yeah, take the tag.
Yeah. That's a good reason. This way we can take the tag and they don't get
the top one.
Damn it.
You just tell them to fire out. Give yourself 2 credits. Hold on. That's the easiest way to fix it. It's like we just messed it up. Shit. So we're gonna take the tag for sure.
Yes.
Okay. Alfred's super resilient to economic denial. I don't know. They played, what's it called? They played government subsidy, so they have to crack it here. Otherwise, we'll see 8 cards and then draw it. Yeah,
there we go.
That's
cool.
fine.
Perfect.
So we're set up for next turn.
Yeah,
they only have 1 more. Again, they might have a spin nectar on the table, but they only have 1 more border control somewhere. And if we can't get through border control, we can't win. Mind you, other versions of the list were running the like slipstream as like a card around this, but if the border control is already iced, you're in it.
Are we at all worried about end of the line?
What? No, why?
I'm just wondering if that's... Well, no, I guess against this deck it doesn't matter because they're not tagging us. Yeah, this is just bad pub.
Hey, Izzy, can't believe I'm late on Tag Me Week. Yeah, this is our second game. We actually played 2 of the deck lists of the week, so welcome. We've been playing into 2 outfits and trying to figure out how soon we can float tags. The first one, we were not tagging me though, so or they were not tag punishing, so we kind of hedged a bit too late. Are we playing Patrick's great deck today, Tobal? You know we are.
Not at the moment. We
But
will.
after this,
It's a great deck. People have been saying it since about 8:45 tonight that it's a great deck.
so we need to figure out if that's a border control. So I think you need to draw once for a jailbreak and send the jailbreak.
God, we're so good.
Send the jailbreak.
I'm gonna send the jailbreak to R&D.
Okay. Because now even we're fine. We don't have to do counter surveillance. We just get
Mhm.
enough money. They have no way to keep us on the remote server if they put 2 border controls here. This is fine.
This is workable.
This is fine. Take tags.
Yeah.
Slipstream being good as a meme. It is a meme, but it's only good in this deck.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know anything. Taking the tags, break up to 3.
You don't want to take all the tags in the world.
Right, because then it
But
gets
you can't
expensive.
take a
But
tag.
this is
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is fine.
Maybe the next one I break entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
This is first chain up. All right, let's go. I break 4. Yeah, it's easier. You click less.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. It's just like the tournament recommendation. Okay.
Okay,
Bulwark
bulwark.
coming up.
We knew they had a mouseless, actually. It's very likely that there was. Okay, so we just take all our value.
Mhm.
Yeah, and just take rogue trading.
Makes perfect sense.
Cool. So we're worried about them getting another bad pub ice up, because then the regulatory capture, mind you, becomes a 2/2, which is something they can score from hand. So one more bad pub is a problem bad pub. But we'll see what they do here again. They have a bulwark, but that's expensive to res. I forgot we had this thing. We both forgot we had this thing, did we?
Yeah, but what value are we seriously getting off of HQ right now if we don't have like
That is a good question.
Docklands
Those
and-
are the questions we always should be asking ourselves. You're right. With Docklands Pass, yes.
I asked a good question. Oh my god.
I wonder also if server 3, they're drawing up a lot, so we want to run archives before we run RD, because if that's a spin doctor, they're hiding agendas. Okay, Here we do everything. Here we literally try and do everything.
I'm ready.
Okay, can you look at your heap? How many bravados are in there? There's
2.
one more bravado in the stack. Okay, so you can start your turn. You can draw for bravado.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Bravado. We need bravado. What?
It's the sick way to run server 4.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, we hit it 1 out of 3 times on the draw.
Okay,
Even more, because we know the bottom card of the deck. Yeah, there you go.
fair.
See how good we are in these calls tonight?
I guess we're good at
Server
this.
4?
Once again, we're saying the word "we" a lot, and it's like,
Yeah,
makes you feel included, but also terribly guilty.
So we find it. Okay, now they have enough bad publicity that it is actually worrisome. So here we want to do everything. We're gonna want to run archives. We're gonna run HQ. So you break this for whatever it costs us, which is actually only a credit, I think. We pay 7, get 2, gain 3, so it costs us 2. All right, here they can res very little besides a mouseless. Okay, we're in. It's an agenda. It's a spin doctor.
I think it's
Yeah,
cool.
it's a spin
Okay,
doctor.
still we get some money.
Okay, so now we put down Docklands Pass. We sneak door. End of sentence.
Okay. Docklands Pass and then sneak.
There's no way the ice on archives is worse than running HQ.
Yeah, for sure.
Hand size is 15 cards. What game is this L5R? David, how's it going? I just ordered a core set of L5R that I've never played, and it's hard to find. So I found a store in Canada just to be able to
we
see it.
trash this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have all the bad pub in the world. Steal it.
And we'll just steal that.
Okay.
And then we'll just take some value.
Yeah. We can still lose in 2 turns, but we'll take some
And
value.
boy, will we.
Don't we see half the cards on RD? I don't know if we do this turn because we're not worried about it, but we're more worried about them having it in hand after burst draw. I think if we're going to go run RD, we have to flip archives first because I think there's a chance server 3 is also a spin doctor. But here, like, if we stop fast events, they can't win. We don't speak of L5R here. I don't know why. Why? Maybe?
So I've played a little bit of the FFG L5R, but like what we were talking about, like the Matt Colville video, the best story in gaming, is like, it makes me want to revisit that period. Okay, so what do you think? Are we just going to flush archives or just going to run archives?
I would run server 4 first.
Okay, with anything special?
No, like a normal run.
Okay.
Yeah. L5R is bad. I don't think I'm gonna like L5R. In fact, I don't like a lot of what I've seen of L5R.
Great.
And for the criticism I heard, but I want to play it as like someone learning more about other card games because I think it has some like cool mechanics in it that I'm probably gonna think, oh, that's neat. But yeah, no, I'm not picking it up because I think I'm gonna get into L5R in any big way. Yeah.
Okay. Well, sure.
Okay. So now we run archives.
Now we run archives.
Game of Salt and Broken Hearts. It's nice enough poem.
That's actually beautiful. Poetry.
Yeah.
Can't believe this coming up again tonight. I'm not going to talk about.
Check archives.
Yeah.
So Hardy News, Audacity to be fail. Okay, so now we have to run HQ. So I'd sneak door.
Yes, sneak door.
Elf was fun in the end. Picked up a collection before the game died and made some good friends. More of a board game with cards than an actual card game. Yeah, no, I'm excited to see it. As much as a single core set probably doesn't show me what it should be. Yeah, that's like only slightly worrisome, but not really.
I mean, we're still kind of durable against that ish. Yeah.
Keep drawing.
Yeah.
Take not the mutual favor.
Yeah, of course. Well, sorry, we put
click the mutual favor. Yeah.
It's my first time on J-Not.
Yeah, no, I know. We can hit the top of R&D here. I think it's fine. If we run back HQ, we sing a single card. We've seen half the hand. I'd rather go HQ. What does it cost us? Like, legitimately, we have 4 bad pub. So that breaks for 4 credits. We can afford 4 credits.
Yeah.
Is there a way to
Right, we're not going to put this down. Do we just maybe put this down in preparation?
No, because we're just going to win next turn.
All right, so we're just doing
just
a single.
R&D, yeah. We have too much money. What's actually happening? As in, you got to be more specific than that. Relatable as hell. Currently, the field exact about FAB. I don't think I'm gonna like it. It's just card game turbo board. Flesh and Blood's like genuinely a really good game, and I think you can experience like the best parts of Flesh and Blood if you just play limited, like just play sealed or whatever. I don't think you have to pay thousands of dollars for, well, like $800 for a competitive deck.
So Legends of Runeterra,
yeah.
If we're already on the subject of other card games, it's now doing its first rotation. The community is not happy. Cool. I feel like the community is like not prepared for it. Kind of like I felt with Netrunner's first rotation, but like it's healthy. Like it.
Yeah, it's good.
Like I'm totally pro rotation.
Hearthstone's been rotating for a while, and they just rotated, and everyone's like really excited about it, or they're just about to rotate, and they're like, it's the most exciting time for the game.
But LOR is also introducing a commons only format. Like a sanctioned, like, hey, there will be tournaments that are commons only. You just and that sounds great. That I'm really excited to play with that.
Send it.
Hot Pursuit?
No, the one that wins the game.
Yeah, let's win a game.
Yeah, let's win a game. This is why I play tag me. Yeah, this is a good board state. 24 credits, 10 tags, 13 cards equipped. Yeah. It gets harder to play the more cards you have in hand, let me tell you. So here we actually want to take 2 more tags because we get all our money back.
Oh, because the tags count here. Yeah. Of course, yeah.
As long as we have the money, which I'm pretty sure we're going to have it. I'm wondering if Fab, L5R, or Doomtown and dabble inside of Netrunner. So Doomtown is a hard game to learn the rules of. It's genuinely difficult. But the game is unlike anything else you've ever played. And if you can buy just like the pre-constructed decks that they used to sell, not even the new core set, which I don't even think is the best proposition for money, but even if you just buy like the other, yeah, because you don't get a full play set.
Yeah, that's true. I was disappointed. I thought I was getting a full playset, but it's actually only 2 of each card when you can run up to 4 of each. And that was really pretty frustrating.
All the pre-constructed decks from before the Weird West edition, you have more cards. And it's probably way cheaper because it's from drive-thru.
I guess so.
It's just like it's not the legal format anymore. That's really great. If you want to play Flesh and Blood, I'd recommend just like going to sealed events or to not sealed, to draft is a bit better. Or picking, I don't even play Blitz. Don't pick up the pre-constructed Blitz decks. Blitz is not a good format for new players. I don't understand why people like it. What? Okay, hold on.
Well, I guess they're conceding because we were about to.
Yeah, but we're gonna see the whole deck. We gotta see it. You can't let us not see it. Okay, C11, Hostile, Atlas, Reg. All the agendas are in here. Whoa! And it was obvious, like they weren't scoring. Not that we weren't able to run the remote server.
That is a wild 5 cards in a row.
Wow.
Go ahead. Credit, and run.
Oh no! Oh no! I did not mean to leave game. Hold on.
Hey man. I know it's your first time using a mouse, but the left button is the select.
Holy crap! That was right.
Okay,
I'm so sorry.
Wait, is that them? Is that them?
I don't know.
Is it? It's 1P Duck Duck. Well,
it's 1P Duck Duck.
Just watch. Just watch and go to watch and apologize to them. Jesus Christ. Wanted to end turn, went to the opposite side of the screen because he saw the word end.
Oh man, so sorry. That's really, really unfortunate. I hope they see that. Now leave. They kept, I don't know if they're responding to us. Oh man, that is the rudest thing I did. Clear 2 tags is weird. And I was like, clear 2 tags, end game. And then like, oops.
Sometimes, oh man.
They're trying to start an all commons fab format. Yeah, they have one. It's commoner. Seems okay. I still think they play Blitz though. Like, I don't know if they played to 40 health or 20 health. And yeah, I don't like that. The person's never playing ANR again. No, they are. They're fine, right? They're fine.
If it was 1B duck duck, in which case
It was.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Someone clip that out of context.
Loof? No, Loof is an egg.
Yeah, Loof is an egg.
Yeah, I learned it on Duolingo.
Okay, you're doing a lot more Duolingo than I am, I think.
Yeah, very much so. It's humiliating.
Stuff, yeah.
I can't like Duolingo keeps wanting us to do like combo quests. I'm like, I'm goddamn carrying this guy. Yeah, I can't be the only one getting 90% of my lessons.
You just give me 1 second. I need to delete some text.
Izzy, more people should clip us. I feel like we're not getting the reach that we deserve.
No. Delete all selected decks. Okay. Give me 1 second. Cool. So I do degree mill stuff on the channel, so I had some deck lists that weren't mine. So I'm just going to destroy them, so you don't see other people's deck lists that we do degree mill stuff on. That's cool. Patrick, are you ready for the segment where you get to show your cool deck?
I'm scared. What if we do news first?
No, there is no news. Besides the accelerated beta test that's happening on the 15th of April. You can sign up now. Also, they're looking for not only players, but people to organize, or not to organize as much, maybe, but we're like to cast and to help and stuff like that. Yeah. Patrick has a great deck.
I do have a great deck. At Saturday's GNK, I played a little known ID called Op Super Heavy Logistics. Extract, Export, Excel, which is a thing I wrote, so that's
XXX.
I don't know.
So what's your deck do, man? I played against it. I was lucky enough to watch you, so I kind of knew what was going to happen.
Yes, a little bit.
It's really funny. I feel like we had this exact same matchup. Oh, hold on, when we played limited, where like this is the way I see it, right? Like you have a deck with a bunch of weird tricks.
Yeah.
And I think the tricks do get a bunch of players and will get it. But as soon as you survive the tricks, you just have a bunch of mid-range ice that can't do anything.
That is a problem, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a high variation variance deck.
So like that was my goal, is like trigger enough of the traps to like always make them seem like they're better than they are. So like you're excited to do them, because if you just wait on them, like then I'm also waiting in the wings, which is scary. And then once those are gone, just like smash.
Yeah.
Which I think it ended up how it played out, but like the traps are pretty nuanced. And as much as I think we put up a video on this channel a long time ago for an ob deck that's this sort of kill combo. So in short, it's an ob deck that can do more damage during runs than you're expecting. The sort of ob deck that will pull Anemone out of nowhere using things like Anvil and other tricks, and then also Reaper function, right?
Yeah, cool. Reaper protocol. Like it's basically like op with a bunch of Jinteki tricks that like it can do more interesting things within Jinteki can, because like, I can recycle an enemy. Or the Reaper function gives me like a Maryland campaign in addition to 2 damage. And that's just like,
Yeah, if it doesn't kill them, you get money.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to kill them, I'm trying to get money.
Yeah.
I didn't, sure, it's 2 influence, but I needed a 3-cost thing to turn into a 2-cost thing.
I think there's other ways to build into it. So I know the version I was playing is different than yours, I think, because I was playing 3 Audacity, and I was also playing Azief to be able to like get additional damage.
I mean, I have both of those in my deck
cool.
as well. Yeah.
And then from there also you can run things, I think, like not so much, is it Armed Intimidation? Not Armed Intimidation.
No, I did have Kimberlite.
No, not even that. But there's a chance that this is the sort of deck that can like set up ugly broad daylight as much as you don't want bad pub. So we'll see how that goes. But we're gonna build it real quick. Also, Sebastian, I was expecting the professor. This is how long it took me to figure out that you are the Sebastian K from Netrunner that I'm familiar with. Is last night because of Sengrin stream. So how's it going? I like your decks. Congrats on the last event. It obfuscates your method of victory. What is? It's a pretty obscure ID. Hey.
Yeah, it was pretty good, David. That's pretty good. I like that.
Colin, I agree. Kimberlite Field is a pretty underused card, but unfortunately in standard, like against about 2/3 of the field, it does nothing. Like against Anarchs, doesn't really do much. Against Shapers, if they're playing Simulchip, it doesn't really do much. It's against Criminals where it hits really hard. And you did Kimberlite, I think, a breaker on the day.
I think I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Kimberlite, like, because I did play this deck at a previous like just weekly meetup, and I was like, oh yeah, well, when I saw the Kimberlite, I'm like, I kind of wish I saw this earlier. So I went from just one, I kind of swapped out my agenda so I had more Kimberlites, because just being able to snipe one thing could be interesting. So I can't remember off the top of my head, but the important things are, let's get the important things in.
Well, why don't you build it?
Why don't I build it right now?
Stab, you're saying is this standard or startup? I'm pretty sure this is standard.
This was standard.
But from everything I've seen so far in Pat's list, there's no reason why this deck couldn't be startup.
It could easily be startup. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything in the list that isn't startup legal. Besides SDS drone deployments, I think you're playing.
SDS is in there. Audacity.
Okay.
Audacity is pretty important.
True. That's true.
Yeah. Right. So I'm just gonna go for the tricks now while I'm thinking about them. So of course there was the Reaper function. I think I just did 2. Let's keep two there for now.
Imagine Kimberly trashing a Basilar Synth Gland has totally happened before and it's started off. I've seen nobody play Basilar Synth Gland.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not entirely surprised, as hype as that card was. 2 core damage is a fair bit, but like the cards you lose from it also kind of suck. Like it's pretty negative tempo when it comes down.
I think I had Marilyn as another influence
You can
spent.
search by name if you keyboard.
A keyboard, you know, it's gonna take so long, and then I'm gonna get like bullied by these. Yeah, I'm just gonna blank on what the last 2 influence were for, but then like, let's see. Yeah, so let's go back.
Let y'all know, Pat did not prepare for this segment. This is a surprise, so it's gonna go great. That was meant to make you sound more confident.
They know when you're lying. They can tell. They've been watching you for years.
Anyway.
What? Oh, okay. Anyway, let's do 3 Ozzy. Let's do 2 Kimberlite. I think it was 3 or 2 Atlas. Let's say 2 Atlas.
You probably play a send a message, right? Or not send a message, sorry.
SDS?
Above the law, right?
Oh, yeah, above the law.
You usually do. So we just need 2 more agendas.
Yeah, and right now these are all 2-pointers.
Yep. So do we play 2
remember.
STS? Or sorry, that doesn't make sense. So if you
No,
play
it
2
does because it
STS,
went to 54.
You're playing a 54 card deck?
Damn right.
Oh,
and I got to 4th place, baby.
Oh, no. Okay.
Now let's see what the breakpoint is on 54 cards.
It's not good.
Is it not?
So
Is that why I
to
lost?
spoil it, the 54 card decks
Tell me about 54 card decks.
don't have that much of a difference number of accesses to win than the 49s. Besides they're just less consistent.
Mhm.
Like it's just all trade-off.
But what if tutoring was my whole ID?
All trade-off again. Again, no
okay,
reason to put yourself into that camp.
Let's do 2 SDS and then let's drop maybe 1 Kimberlite.
No, that's a cool card.
Yeah, let's drop 1 Atlas.
Yeah, drop an Atlas. Okay.
All right, yes. Now we're at 20. Let's see. So the rest would be like Audacity.
Mm-hmm. I reckon you're playing some amount of all the what's it called? Extracts?
Yes. I had some extracts. Maybe not 3. Because mostly the extracts are used to like trash the anemones or something else just to like get whatchamacallit. I don't know. I've been helping you out all night. And like the least you could do. Yeah, okay, let's put some ice in here.
So we only have 2 influences to spend. So in terms of the ice we're expecting, Anvil seems really important for the brig.
Anvil was great. Anvil
so
is
running.
I think that might have been a 3 of.
Okay.
Because that was just so useful. Definitely 3 border control.
Yeah, that's a really great one. Are you running envelopment?
2 envelopment.
Okay, cool. What about, I know you're running some amount of Stavkas.
I think just 2 Stavkas.
Okay.
Yeah. Which did some good work. And then I think I was also running some 1-cost ice as well.
Ice wall?
Just for value. Yeah, ice wall and maybe 1 tithe.
Oh, tithe, okay, cool. That would be neutral. Okay, so
I don't have Archer in this one, and I okay, but the thing is, everyone assumes I have Archer.
If I don't see 1-pointers, and you weren't on Hostile, were you?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So Enemy Stavka, I think these sort of decks like maybe are okay taking bad pub. Like if you're trying to close the game on like turn 7, like the bad pub doesn't catch up to you too hard. How many upgrades? Are you playing upgrades?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think I had a private security. No, what's the price sec?
Yes. You're making up a card there. How many price secs do you want? Why do you have price sec? That's a signal jamming. Why do you want price sec?
Well, it's a 0-cost card. I can go fetch. No, I know. It's ridiculous.
But do you have tags? Any tag punishment?
No tag managements, but people assume I do. Again, it's like, it's a deck that people. Okay, this is Patrick's great
you
deck.
ever want to wire over 54 cards and then you just have value price secs?
Okay, so here's the secret about the title of tonight's stream.
Yeah,
it's not a great deck, but it is a great player.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. It's all about the mind games, people.
What else we got? Do you have more code gates in this? Maybe something that ends around?
Yeah, for sure. Hortum must have been.
Okay, you don't see a lot of Hortum in standard. I think it's really good and started. Let's try to get those.
That's probably. I was confused.
Do you play mouselesses?
Yeah. Sorry, there probably would have been one. I can't remember what the.
Let's do this. This is more often what you see.
I think I also had at least 1 Mavarus.
You have Afshar.
And I have Afshar, of course.
Okay, so I think we might have too many code gates now. 7 code gates seems like too many. What do we want to cut? We have way too much ice.
Why would I cut anything when we're going to 54?
We have 19 ice, which can't be correct.
No, that's not correct. Let's cut the Hortum. That's not necessary.
Okay.
And maybe we don't need 3 Anvil. It's probably fine like that, but.
Okay. How many? 1?
2? Yeah, I think just 1. I cannot remember what the other influence was.
Magnet, or I don't know if you are a Magnet player.
Magnet would be Magnet is a good include. So let's pretend I did that in my great deck.
Wasn't specified if we were talking about Patrick's great deck or Patrick's great deck. I don't know.
Patrick's great deck.
Oh,
Yeah,
see.
the title is
Yeah,
Patrick's
yes.
great.
Okay, so we have one more influence. We have 9 more slots here. A few more slots. Sorry, 6 more slots.
What?
Yeah, I got there. 1x Malapert.
We have
kinda,
11 more slots.
But there's like nothing else.
Uh,
There's nothing else that we really
yeah,
want.
I don't.
Like,
oh, you know
pull.
what? I was using Yakov as well.
Oh, he is very forgettable.
Yeah, but I wrote the flavor text for him, so I have to include him. Yeah.
Yeah, I know he
And this was my reveal card.
Yes, that is very true. No, I have a soft spot for Yakov. Just the more I play Yakov, the more I forget about Yakov.
Yeah.
Which is not great for Yakov. Do you playing Rashida, I take it? Your
Yeah, of course.
standard? Okay.
Rashida.
Can you type Rash in there?
Let me see if I can. Can you maybe
One more
get the
time, one more
content?
time.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hey, why don't
Okay.
we click end game, leave
Yeah,
game?
that was really bad.
Okay, so we've got 2 more.
Yeah.
What other tricksy things would Patrick have put into a deck? I guess I have one more influence. I probably would have been one more Marilyn.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, we got one more spot. We're currently sitting on 17 ice. That's a lot. I don't know if we need any more tricks or anything. What's Yakov's favorite cut? I don't know what that means.
well,
Oh, is it flavor text?
yeah,
His best cuts, right?
yeah,
right,
keeps the
right.
best cuts for himself. Well, and so his favorite cut, well, that's got to be Sheryl Crow's 1998 seminal album. Pants wrote. Oh,
Yeah,
Pants is sorry. Yeah,
Like Panther. Or
yeah. Okay, so Pants wrote. Pants wrote.
Is there anything else we have in here? We have one more card slot.
What was that?
Flank is his favorite cut.
Yeah.
What's the call?
Might have been another Yakov.
Ooh. Okay. So how do we win?
How do we win? Well, we win by.
This is your deck.
No, I know. Okay, so I mean, on the day of, I got some kills and I scored out some as well.
Okay, so the ways that we can possibly get
Mhm.
kills is like, say, heaven forbid, somebody runs near to last click and they
Mhm.
run into something like a border control. So the idea is that if you crack border control, that ends a run, which allows us, before the run is ended, to get a 3 cost on the table. So
Exactly.
we res the Anemone,
Mhm.
Anemone fires, we do 2 net damage. Then at the start of our turn, how do we get
Audacity, Ozyaf,
the... Okay.
or Reaper
But we have
Function.
no way to get the Reaper function down in the same like turn window. Like we don't have Speed Couture or anything like that.
I mean, it really depends what we
Oh,
need.
Speed
Like,
wouldn't work even.
right, like the border control could become a Reaper depending on the timing or what I need at the time.
So we can get them if they specifically have 4 cards in hand.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I also forgot.
Yeah.
There's something else that goes in this deck. It was a urban renewal.
Oh, you run a
Yeah.
lot of urban renewals.
Yeah, there are a few urban renewals as well that were doing
So
some
where do
work.
those slots come from? How many?
I mean, again, in a 54 card deck, there were 3. I cannot remember. So let's
just cut some of the cards that don't make a lot of sense.
yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna take up 2 Yakovs. Okay, so this sort of list, like, I think one of the cool tricks it can also have is if you play, it's hard because like Reaper doesn't work with it, but you could also do Azyaf. And I know when we did a version of this list on the channel, we also played Vera, and the idea is that as long as you trash a 4-coster with Azyaf, your Azyafs do 3 damage from hand. Right, with this, which is really cool. That means you actually can kill on 4 cards in hand instead of
Because
3
you can
cards in
can
hand.
trigger her first
Yeah.
and then kill. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So I think that's an interesting inclusion, as much as she's 4 influence. So that has to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
I think also lists like this, I think this is what we were playing as well. A really very fun include is what's her name? Tsarevna. The Tsarevna, when they face check into it, a lot of people don't want to take the tag because they're assuming you're Wayland. So they end up sometimes taking the 2 net damage, which is exactly, again, what you want.
Yeah.
And then you have a 4-cost to res, which is perfect to trash the IZF to go get the Vera. So I think there's like so many
That's a great
lines
point, yeah.
to do more damage through this. Here we have to like really make sure they have low cards in hand.
Mhm.
And I wonder too, like if you can swing into this more and like play a much more minimal ice suite and then play like hostile architecture and play an acid spam list that's surprisingly going to go pull an enemy into Reaper function. And I think that's actually probably pretty cool. And I haven't seen people doing that sort of trick ob kill deck because everyone was playing Drago ob kill deck, which is kind of cool.
I do like that idea quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because like kind of what I was going for when I built this was, I want some tricksy kills, and that would certainly allow me to get there.
Yeah. So why don't we play like one with like this to see like how it feels, and then we can maybe do a bit more assets where like hostile architecture again, 5s becomes 4s becomes something, and then minimal ice eventually. All the ice is impactful, something like that. They all can kill out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hostile architecture just seems like the easiest way to like consistently chip damage people.
Yeah.
As much as Is there any other way to chip damage people? I think Fractal is from deck. Fractal Threat Matrix. That doesn't work.
I can't remember what Fractal Threat Matrix says.
I think it trashed the top 2 of the deck, so it's not. But we need something like this that does damage
Oh,
when
yeah,
you
yeah.
run, and there's nothing that does that. I don't think.
Hmm.
Besides the bad pub ID, which we're not playing.
Right.
Is Price Tag better than Yakov?
I'd rather have Yakov, frankly.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to hit Yak?
I'm a professional writer, and I literally did like there was like 14 seconds between each keystroke. Well, that's gonna be saved in your lists.
Yeah, and we're off to BM in the JNet casual lobby. Absolute
What?
shitheads. I'm pretty embarrassed. I don't know what happened. Copy. Okay. Two-handed. You ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
You've already copied. I'm about to hit Control V.
Corp deck. Paste. Nailed it. Hit me an OBE. We're good. We're good. We're good. Name your name. How's everyone doing tonight?
Done.
Great. And we'll see you out there in the casual lobby. What do you think when you go to a GNK, right? Like, I know you very rarely net deck. I'm much faster to net deck, especially if I don't have time to prepare, because I don't like rolling up to an event.
Even when I net deck, I'll be like, oh, I like this.
I'm going to change something.
How am I going to make this a little bit worse?
Yeah.
But with a little bit of that Patrick flavor, people crave. Yeah,
stink all over it.
exactly. This deck's fine, but I could use it. It could use an archer.
Yeah, exactly.
This all 3-pointers 40 card deck.
Because that's the thing that I don't know. Because I know I rolled up with like the deck that won Continentals, like a really good deck circa 2022. And like, is that a faux pas to roll up to a GNK like that? I don't know. It might be.
No, because that person that you are has to exist. You are part of the ecosystem,
But
and I'm part of the ecosystem.
It's not like it's like.
I don't think it's rude. I don't think it's rude when it's a prize tournament, and this was a prize tournament.
But every tournament's a prize tournament. It's just like there's a difference between quality of prizing.
Yeah, but also like people are going there for fun, and people's definitions of fun is not always like some people's definition of fun is I want to be challenged and see if I can come out on top.
Oh, on that note, the funniest anecdote. So we talked about how Julien Isari put out some additional prize support where he had some really nice ideas to give to the top placing Reality Plus player and the top placing Isla player. And I made the joke on stream last week. I'd be like, okay, we know that Diogene's going to be here, so that means like at least half the Isla players in North America are going to be at this event. And funny enough, 2 players showed up with Isla, Diogene included, and he published his Isla deck. You can go check it online. He did the write up. And none of the Isla decks won a single game at the whole event. I think both players ended up getting a bye. So technically Isla won 1 game in the round for the buys. Both players ended up with the bye at some point, which is really funny because technically the top prize, Isla prize, it went to it was just random. It was random because no Isla won a single game on the day, and yet still there was the best performing Isla, which we found to be so funny. So funny.
That's sad.
Gotta make the deck yours. Whether or not it makes it worse, no one really needs to know. Yeah, I do always make small changes, generally because they're meta, especially when you're looking at a deck that's like from 2022. Like I was like, I know I played this deck and I've changed 1 or 2 cards because back then you had to worry about this, now you have to worry about that. Stuff like that is pretty minimal.
Yeah, and like I have my pet cards. Like I have cards that I just find are more fun to play than something else. Like yeah, it makes the deck worse, but like I like Reprise, I like Embezzle.
Yeah, I love Embezzle. I think Embezzle actually is good, better than the amount of play it sees. If you're not changing a few cards to make your net deck worse, what are you doing? Add a snare. Adding a snare is like the easiest way to increase your win condition. But one of Continentals that have plenty of time to learn the matchup and tech against you. Sure, but then there's some players who are rolling up with maybe an Isla deck, which like you could argue.
I guess at a GNK where there are prizes for best Isla.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, now I'm rethinking this.
So that was the thing too. Is like I was really worried because it seemed like there would be a lot of Reality Plus, which I don't love playing into Reality Plus. So I even teched into that. Even teched into Isla. I was like, I want to play a game that is
teching into Isla.
Well, no, because
you're expecting I
was expecting it to be like half Isla. Yeah. And I thought like most Isla players would play World Tree. So I wanted to play a deck that had like Economic Warfare, Hard Hitting News. So if they tried to roll up to the table, I could be like, please stop playing the game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't play against Isla because there's only 2, but you know. I know my deck would be better without calibration testing, but then it wouldn't be the same deck.
I feel like one of the mistakes we've made tonight is that we'd called this Patrick's Raid deck, and now we've intimidated the entirety of the Netrunner community.
Yeah. It might have just been the BM. I think we might have got, when people do like a shitty, but like don't play with this person in the general chat. Yeah, we might have got that today. Are people playing Isla now? Not like competitively. I think people enjoy Isla, and I think there's a conversation whether
I
Isla
wouldn't even.
is like the most consistent way to do World Tree now that Wu is gone. Obviously the
Mm.
power levels can be way lower because it's not only just getting the World Tree, Isla's ability, or sorry, Wu's ability, which is
Oh my
good.
god, you were so rude that people are rising up against you. Gotta press that button.
I don't know what that button does. It keeps flashing and then
Why
numbers
does it say
keep going up.
what has happened 39 times this stream?
Something's happened.
Is it
39
counting like
times.
is someone like externally counting every time you say big deal?
It might be. There's other ones that come up, and
Yeah.
Sanjay pointed one out in one of the VODs, and then I watched a game and I said it
my
once,
God,
and I
man.
don't know what he's talking about, and I'm so worried about it because there are so many things that I
Mhm.
say consistently that bother myself as
Okay.
soon as you start paying attention to them. So like, it's in my best interest not to bring them up, so other people don't get the same sort of like,
Yeah.
brain rot I have.
There we go.
Hey,
To fellow NSGer writer extraordinaire. Orb, it's true. I have to tone down my intimidatingness. I've got too much gravitas. And frankly, it pushes people away. I haven't been able to form like permanent loving relationships because I'm too intimidating. This hand,
Yeah, this is neat.
it's neat.
Hi, friend. Oh, never mind. Oh, I think she. So this end, we're playing against Smoke. You're assuming Smoke is maybe going to play like the
dot.
buzzsaw type thing. We saw that before, and it's not really a full stealth rig. It's just like
Right.
take
There's like
TCBs.
one stealth.
Yeah, it's like 40 cards from whatever.
Mhm.
What do you think about this hand?
I don't like it
Yeah,
very
that's
much.
fine.
I'd rather have something to start the ball rolling.
I'll admit intimidation versus facing Patrick's deck is the reason I don't charge. You really gotta believe in yourself. I think you can do it. Okay, and we're off.
Okay.
She kept.
She kept Smoke. Right. All right. What do we got here?
I really want Kit Peddler to exist. I can't find any list outside. I think Kit's actually quite good. I think Kit definitely liked endurance, but without endurance, even startup, Kit's great. But outside of startup, I think there's Kit's decks. And Izzy's pointing out there are lists that were posted. Just sorry, 1 second.
Sorry.
I don't know what deck that is. Maybe she knows.
I'm assuming she's referring to Patrick's great deck.
Everyone's talking about Patrick's great deck. All right, so how do we start this? I have no idea. She knows. So how do you play this opening hand?
I feel like I'd ice up maybe R&D, then install Marilyn and credit.
Okay, I'm worried about HQ pressure. I don't know. Keeping all these trash.
What kind of HQ
like,
pressure?
what are we worried about R&D turn 1? Shaper doesn't do anything to R&D turn 1 anymore.
That's true. I am living in that era. Like
Yeah.
I go to that era.
That's like, no, I get it, but that's like peak 2018 energy. And like, yeah, that was correct.
Yeah, you're right. I've got BP2018E. So, HQ pressure. Yeah, let's guard HQ.
Yeah,
put down
that
Maryland,
on
take
click
credit.
Whatever. Maybe we could draw one, so it's fine. Yeah,
I'd rather go for credit here because
too late.
that allows me to mouseless and Maryland if it comes to it.
Or we cut down to 49. We're actually good. You want to end your turn? It's important. First time.
I'm gonna get roasted on Reddit.
It's okay.
If there's like gonna be 40 posts tomorrow about why is Patrick a
We lose to that card. We lose.
Yeah, no, I
turn
know. We actually
Click
lost
2. We lost Anacom. So we actually have to score out. So highlight Anacom. Anacom triggers a draw when an event is trash, which means if we're trying to do like 2 chip damage of 2, it's likely to hit an event.
Yes.
And then she draws up.
tempo damage is now tempo for her.
Yeah.
And this works. And basically, if we do it on our turn, she still gets her own Anacom triggers on her turn. Which
Kalani, you're right. I was just
yeah, okay.
All right. We're off.
All right.
So here, the only thing that we have is like maybe we can just jam out the SDS. I think we just have to take these lines. Just install advanced ends. What's she gonna do? Install a program? Like this looks like an NGO front. NGO front we cracked to find a -1 card.
Thank you, Grim. That is totally true.
Hey Rohit, I don't think I've ever heard anyone use as much as to mean even though before. Listening to Andre and now I've started saying it so much. Ooh, hard read there. Rohit, how many times did I say that? I know I say it sometimes, but as much as, isn't that not what that means? Yeah, that's not great. If it fails, you can blame it on Andre making a cut with vital 5 cards. 4 cards in agenda. All right, well, we took a shot there.
Yeah, we took a shot.
She played it well. The deck doesn't have that many. Like, it's only... Actually, this one's on simulchip, so I don't think it's exactly the deck that I'm thinking it is. Okay, so that's the...
And she didn't simulchip the same turn, so...
No, but she has nothing to simulchip.
Well, no, she could have simulchipped this.
You don't pull it unless you need it.
Sure.
Like a Simon chip is so good in the deck, especially if you're expecting stuff and stuff, right?
All right. Well, now we've got envelopment that is going to be helpful. She doesn't have a huge amount of money. I feel like.
It's just pushing out on this economy is so bad, but
Yeah.
I think we do it. I think you just push out, install, put something behind it. Probably the Zf.
I think the Ozyef
It's
is
the only one we're excited to score at. And credit probably. As much as can mean that, but there's an understood for to preface it. Wait, hold on. I've never heard this in my life. For as much as. That's what you want me to say? You want me to say that many syllables?
You want us to waste precious seconds?
Just didn't know before. It's a cool usage. As much. Where did I get that from then?
God damn it.
This is fine.
I mean,
the game will be over soon.
this is true.
So I don't even know if you res there.
I did.
Well, now she can dump into this. So we're assuming Paperclip is a solution. She has 10 credits. Paperclip gets through this for 9 credits. So she might bounce an SMC for something else. It's a real hard call to go through.
She might install something and bounce.
Yeah. Well, Penrose actually does deal with barriers this turn. That's pretty
fair.
good.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
It's still 4 credits.
Oh, fire all.
The antiquated way to say it. Speedrun your words. Thank you. Adds 1 syllable. Oh, wow. She let it fire. Okay, cool. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it happens. Cool. That was the best outcome, I reckon. All right. So now we have to commit to scoring that. Do we have any 1-costers in the deck? Yeah, we do. We're fine. Score it. Score. Trash the Maryland. Shuffle that back. We have no money. It's not a problem. Really, unfortunately, we can't put the 1-coster in the remote server.
Yes, I know.
No
That's
doubt
very
that got
important.
messed up on the day. So many people don't do this in person.
Yeah, that's very true. We've got
She can't break code gates or barriers this turn. Not that it matters. I thought we put Urban Renewal in server 3, but unfortunately you literally cannot.
We literally cannot.
Yeah.
Sort of thing like Ice Wall
Tithe
R&D or
We just
Tithe
need
R&D.
we
Yeah,
just need
sure.
credits off of the type. Like if she runs it, so be it. Cool.
And we got rid of a mantle and
And Fenris went down. That's kind of
Fenris.
cool. She didn't draw. That's kind of cool.
Cool.
All right. So Nemakur's down. That means she definitely wants to run once a turn because it's 2 credits worth of value. So here, obviously, there's some worse hits than others. Yeah, we have to score out a remote server with just ice and no tricks. Yeah, this is rough. Even Steel Skin scarring, like I don't think you could win.
Do we put this behind the envelopment just to make money so she doesn't like?
I
keep
think
us
it's hard
down?
for her to trash this.
You think so?
Maybe
I
you
don't
could
know.
do it. Maybe you should put in there because I don't think we're putting anything in the near future. Yeah, maybe you should do. And then like we can extract it. Worst comes to worst. Next
Yes,
turn.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's extractable.
Yeah. Tithe exists. Never thought to see the No, Tithe is pretty good. It requires a breaker. It costs 1 credit. You want to hover Tithe. The subroutines are fine. Like you're seeing this card actually across a lot of different.
We'll scratch.
Yeah.
Damn it.
No, it's reasonable. It's actually quite good also in startup right now, where Bugalter rotated.
That's true. There's no great Sentry Killer in startup.
There's nothing that's great.
Yeah.
Everything has downsides. So I was hearing Cranked pronounce Bugalter as something closer to Bugalter, and I thought that was weird. And then I asked a player in our meta who speaks Russian, and Bugalter is way closer to what it is in Russian. So we're all wrong.
Buk.
Yeah, Bugalter, something like that.
Cleaver. Oh, yeah. So this is the turbine.
I don't know. That one didn't have Simon chip, so it might be slightly different. But if they're on Cleaver, yeah, she probably has turbine. That's the card we get. All right, so server 3 falls apart. We definitely want to get mouseless credits.
Yeah. Do we? No, we're not going to extract this yet, right? We're just gonna click for credits here or credit
No, you should
extract.
extract. Well, doing that last click is the worst time to do that, but that's fine.
Because we're gonna go look for a 1-coster.
Yeah. So just put an urban in the remote.
Yeah, is this gonna be an urban on the right?
I would rather have the remote server to do something with. Otherwise, we can't use the remote server for 3 turns.
But yeah, I guess
Like the cost to run the remote server is barely envelopment because envelopment is free technically next turn, right? Like just force her to pay 4, whatever it costs. Is it 4 or 3 to trash it?
It's 3.
3. Okay, that's not that great. Going from Book to Carmen startup has been pretty rough. Yeah, but it's been rough for everyone.
Yeah.
So it's at least it gets more interesting because in old startup, everyone played Begolter and that was it. And
Yeah.
now people are actually playing different stuff, which is cool. I think Revolver is underplayed for whatever it's worth. I just don't think you need to play Revolver. All right, Twinning's down. So cool thing about Twinning, can you highlight Twinning?
Yeah, of course.
It cares about installed cards. So if you use a smoke credit, it doesn't work. But if you use a Nemekur credit, it works.
Of course. Why not extract the envelopment? Don't ask questions.
It doesn't really get us. Oh, you can extract the mouse list. Yeah, maybe that would be
yeah,
fun too.
yeah, it's probably fine.
It's your turn.
Let's start it.
Okay, I think we can consider pushing out here with border control. We have no 3-cost code gates. We have 1 Afshar. Not that it's going to end the run. I think there has to be some respect here to Stavka, so we have to pretend that we have Stavka. So I put that in server 3.
Yes.
I'd put the Alice in server 3.
Yeah.
And I'd put that other one in a new remote server or advance the Alice.
But put this one in a new remote.
Or the Alice. Okay. Even the Urban's fine.
I think this one, because like if she leaves us, this gets immediate value, which is money, which we need.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean. Just crack this per tempo. Yeah, that's fine. You have a gun, 6 bullets, and a dream. Yeah, and the 7th bullet is the one that really counts. Hold on 1 second. All right. So now she doesn't have to deal with what's it called? Yeah, she's making the run. Let's put our heads here.
Making the run, but last click.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that's something.
Yeah, that's something. We're not going to be on game point, so we're going to let her go through most of this. The problem though is like if she fires the envelopment, we don't get border control value. So we'd have to decide to do it here.
Yes, we end the run as soon as she passes border control. That's fine.
Yeah.
I
think that makes sense.
normal and yeah.
I think that's normal and good.
It's normal and good.
All right.
Okay, so continue and then immediately
crack
it to end the run.
Oh, Anemone, do we win? If we don't hit an event, we win.
If we don't hit, oh my god, you're right.
If we don't hit an event, we win. Okay, put on anything. It doesn't matter. Server 3.
Yeah, sure. I'll put it on server 3.
Yeah, get rid of the card that's not Spin Doctor. Patrick's great deck.
No, but we trashed. She must have already played one.
Rest server 5. Patrick Sklar. We've done it.
Wait, what happens if I demand rate?
Don't. Okay, think. No, hit no. Don't. Okay. Yeah, that's a running last click. You have caps lock on.
No, I don't. I was just emphasizing how good a game that was.
We're absolute dirtbags in the gym. I'm so sorry today.
Oh my god. Great deck, everybody. We did it. Someone who we had no business winning that game, but my great deck really pulled it out. A functioning deck. I did it.
It did a thing. Yeah. And there too, right? Like if you scored the agenda, not this one, but
good game, Shu. Thank you for playing. That was great.
Can't believe we got there. That's wild. That's really wild. And maybe we were a bit like negative about this because it's very likely that she plays an event on her turn, which is where we need some of our damage to land.
Had she already played an event? Is that why she didn't draw enough to?
Yeah, she must have played an event because we hit a creative commission, right? And she didn't draw off that, so she must have already played an event because it's the first time. It's not optional.
Yeah. People are tepid about me in the chat, but I'm okay with it. I love it. Yeah, I can't really be making money while there's like ice covering my computer at home. Hey, you never make
one of the deck builders.
You never make more typos than when you've just insulted someone else for using a keyboard for the first time.
I didn't typo anything. Hey, cheers.
We all saw it. There's video of it. It was great for the stream.
Aaron's great.
I gotta win.
Yeah. Against Aaron. All right, let's do another one before we play to assets, right? How are we doing on time? 10:43. Yeah, cool.
10:43.
Was the Metro disrupted at all by snow?
No, Metro was fine, thankfully.
No, it's good. They put it underground. They figured that part out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We're at 43 of whatever that is.
Yeah, 43 red number.
Is it 40? It's a flashing red number.
It's really intimidating, that red number that keeps growing and flashing red. And not only the number, like the whole background's pulsating.
Yeah, well, we need to like what Metropole Grid is more like community out. Like we need to like put GIFs on YouTube, and one of them should be like an image of what we see on the stream deck, so people can understand. I should just call the deck the Patrick. Well, no, I mean like, why would I use that on this deck?
Time for Pat to discover code geek shenanigans. All right, we got Kit. This was asked for. Soup Time saw the combo in the last match, so they might have an idea what we're up to here.
They've got no idea. Because again,
good.
You're not playing the deck.
You're playing the
You're
player.
playing the man.
We almost missed it though. We almost missed lethal on that turn. We're like,
Did we?
End the run.
Oh, I don't think so. I pretended to forget that I had an enemy in the deck because I needed you to understand what was inside you all along.
I almost hit leave game again. Like, what's happening? I almost I don't know what I'm looking.
Yeah, because
for.
like you're going for instant concede because you see Kit.
No, I was trying to move the camera and then like I moved my hand up. You gotta start turn, man. Cool.
I was gonna start my goddamn turn.
Okay, Kit cares about code gates on the outside. Only 10 influence. So we want to generally put our barriers innermost. Border control gets good value anyways because Kit has to run back.
Yeah, Anvil is a great code gate for them to hit because they can't even break it anyway. Yeah, so like border controls on the inside, maybe if both are centrals.
If you put border controls not on your remote server, you can't win the game.
Fair.
It's impossible to win a game in border control.
All right, well I'm gonna put one on. Yeah, well, let's just do a remote with.
I'm more worried about R&D pressure, so I'd maybe put one on R&D. But like, I don't think.
Why are you more worried about R&D pressure here, though?
Because it's a shaper. Like a lot of Kit decks, like are just be like, I can get through one ice. I'm gonna just slam Maker's Eyes or whatever nonsense. So we got to commit to the board. So let's get something to new remote server. Hedge fund, put a board control on R&D. We definitely did not have to put the board control on HQ. If anything, maybe we should have put the like I think that's the beauty of this card as much as in one of our code gates. Just putting it on HQ with nothing else.
Yes, of course.
You're done.
That's great.
Not that you can fire
that'll solve HQ for the game.
But like you can't face check into it. If he face checks into an anvil, we res the anvil. We don't trash anything. He loses the damn mannequin. Like it's wild.
Of course they pronounce GIF correctly. Oh, they're
yeah, we messed this up. If we lose a spin doctor to the HQ, we're actually in a really bad spot. Oh, so they wanted to get their cake and eat it too. They were sitting there waiting you for to type that out. They're like, I can't play the game. You know, when your opponent types it, you have to like stall. Anyways,
I'm sorry. Some people enjoy playing against me because I banter. You know, I talk a lot.
Andrew, sorry, you said hi before. Public holiday here in Australia, so can't tune live. Good to see Double Act is live. Hey, cheers. What's the comment of the up deck? So I don't know if you saw the end of the last game, but in short, we can pull an instant speed by popping border control. We can pull Anemone, and then ideally we have something on the table to do 2 more meat damage, either
Zahya or Reaper
or Reaper function. So that's the idea. So far we're 1 for 1, but
yeah,
I don't know if we're lucky. Also, Andrew, I got your message on Patreon. I responded to it. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I'm not very quick on Patreon, so might be a bit of a surprise.
That's I like that subtle Patreon push. I was gonna do it eventually. Again, people love playing against me.
So I think we can start with Spin Doctor here.
Yeah,
put it in new remote.
Yeah, not in that remote. But
and then we can sync this building for a while. Yeah, we probably have to ice up HQ. Actually, yeah, we still have to ice up HQ. So I think we ice up HQ and then just put the anvil on HQ.
Yeah, yeah,
ice up HQ and then we blow up a building in server 1.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah. So if he figures a way to code gate through the border control, so be it. Like we pay 1 credit.
Yeah,
usually
of
pay
course,
more.
it's fine.
SDS though is obviously a problem, but a lot of these decks are on like 3x buzzsaw, and it's kind of hard. Like trashing 1 buzzsaw doesn't solve anything. Diesel for 4 is good. Stupid red 44. It keeps going up.
I'm telling you, we've got to record this and post it because people are loving how I say GIF, and now that's my whole life. Like that's the only thing I've gotten praise for in 3 days.
That is in the safest way you could have said that word, right?
Yeah. It's the right way. What do you mean the safest way? We can just say correct.
Way. Ooh.
Okay.
So this is cool because in theory threatens the Spin Doctor too.
It does threaten Spin Doctor, but
we don't care.
We don't care right now. But still, that's interesting. But we're not going to pop it. So
yeah. But this is a really cool play because pinhole threading, you don't have to pick which card you access. So basically, they're figuring out here whether they need to pull a buzzsaw. Unfortunately, they paid 4 credits this turn. It's cheaper than running the border control usually. But at that point, trashing this thing while we have a Spin Doctor on the table, we feel a bit better about it. But we're gonna leave it. That's cool. That's really cool. So now they have money to set up so they can run it in like 4 turns whenever it actually does matter. I would pre-res it now.
And where's the boomerang going?
Indeed.
So boomerang against op, which has a lot of ways to trash its own stuff.
Yeah, so boomerang last click is like
boomerang last click is always kind of weak
to do it. Unfortunately, it's hard if you hit a border control in R&D, which is what it is. So yeah, the boomerang can be a bit hard, and we have to know that's 210 influence.
Yeah.
Okay. So Stavka on the outermost. Even if we make a 7 strength, that's like legitimately good enough.
Yeah. That's usually good enough.
We want to play hedge fund this turn for sure.
Is it okay if I draw?
You definitely don't play hedge fund first. Yeah.
May I draw, sir? Thank you. Yeah, hedge fund and then Stavka on server 1. Or yeah, Stavka server 1.
Okay.
You were thinking R&D? to make sure that we can
No,
try.
that's
We
fine.
can
It's
get rid
border
of that.
control.
We can
just trash
neutralize.
it. Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll see. So we have no ways to pull Reaper functions to fire at beginning of turn. That's the only problem, unless somebody runs into an anvil and we have a 3-coster that's rezzed, or sorry, 4-coster to res that's trashed. But otherwise, maybe it's gonna be a couple turns. So far we've seen 3 influence out of 10. We'll see where the influence goes. Maybe it's like a whole bunch of pinholes. Maybe it's just 1 or 2. Maybe no free lunch is still in there. Again, some decks were on that for the meta. They might not have adjusted just yet. All right, so blow up in 1. That's next turn. Maryland's good.
They might have another. I mean, they would. Yeah. Maryland's great. Maryland's going to be very useful.
So let's draw up here. We might see some HQ pressure. We've been drawing a lot. All right, that is reasonable in front of any server because it's just a good enough code gate. I think R&D is fine. I think Archives plays around Pinhole, and I'm wondering.
I'd like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, then they could. Yeah, that's true.
No, you pop Spin Doctor.
That's better be your instinct.
Yeah.
But we're also going to play the Maryland.
Yeah, I think you do both. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
then
so
you can't play the Maryland this turn. You just put that on Archives, click for credit. Because I think this going off is way more important.
Yes, I agree. I said that slowly.
No, but you're right.
So when people look back, they think that I was smart about
thinking about it.
Exactly. Yes.
I think the Maryland, yeah, you're totally right. They'd be able to pinhole it, as much as pinhole might not be on the table. So we only have 12 credits. Some second figure out a line for this. Yeah, dude up. Again, some people just tank this. This is why I love playing the decks. On the op list I played, the Bridgman op I played. I played 2 Audacity, and then the deck is playing 3 SDF because I love it. So often when this thing fires, again, they'll drop probably with Anacom. You can just get them with the fast advanced. They were definitely waiting to see that.
No, they're thinking. They're thinking, so I got to spend time. Oh, damn, they read it.
Whenever those like 5 dots show up, you know how like hard it is to. Yeah, that's not good. You gotta not do that. So
I know.
down.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's gotten into me tonight. It's the ice storm. Gets me giddy.
Preemptively cracking SMC. So we're gonna see what the code gate du jour is. There's a lot of options. Buzzsaw's great.
Inversificator. I saw a lot of it
great.
in the day. Well, a lot. Enough.
What's the one that gets Hyperbaric is pretty good. And we have, for what it's worth, we have virus in the list. So maybe we get a nice little surprise Pelongi purge when it connects with something bad.
Fair, yeah.
But I'm interested here because
I'd like to see Hyperbaric because like a good Kimberlite can trash a lot of investment.
Are we on 2 still? Yeah.
I think we're on 2 still, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you have to pop Kimberlite before the run. Maybe you're playing around like first res border control pop it, but if that's the case, I think you're happy. All right. So it is Hyperbaric coming in at 1 counter. So it only breaks 1 strength. So it's going to be pretty expensive to get up to strength. So I think there's a big chance that this thing's going to fire.
I mean, I don't know why they're like Hyperbaric's fine. Like it's going to be
it's good. It's
as
just
powerful as it needs to be
this turn, but like Gordian Blade is really hard to get value of this turn.
And you know, if you're running overclocks, like that's you're solid. This is unfortunate.
No, is it?
There's no way they get up to strength.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah. So like we're trashing something here.
Yeah.
What are we trashing?
So we want that to go through, and we can make it go through. So yeah, I think the mouse list is probably the least useful. So now we trash their stuff.
So we don't get ob because this was not res. So this is 7 strength with 2 subroutines. So it's going to clear the whole board.
Yep.
They have 5, so the most they can get this up to is like 3.5 strength. So trash spin. I think we'd actually rather have her spin because we can get this stuff back.
Yeah.
And there's no -1 points, right? Like I'd rather you spin to get back this stuff. Too.
Yeah, for sure. I wasn't going to trash spin.
Yeah. Now here they can consider keep going, and it forces us to res a border control, which is fine because we actually res it for 2.
Yeah, but that's good for us. Like that would be way bigger. Like it would be better for them to jack out no matter what. I think.
No, you could force it. I think you could force it here.
Yeah.
Like you're not worried about anything. They could jack out here, but like what do we get them with? Stopka doesn't do anything. Mouseless is probably not what you expect here. Boredom is like fine. Like most of this gets them information.
They're also they still have the money. It's true.
Hey Nato, how's it going? Yeah, they have money too, right? But they're gonna jack out. I don't think you need a jacket here. You might want to know what this is.
Ouch and high. People often find meeting me to be painful.
Ouch and high. All right, so they're gonna drop to 5. So the Omcom's probably gonna trigger here, but we're gonna do a big old 4-meat damage and get a Rashida, I reckon, right? Oh, this is good too. Wow, we gotta stop 2 of these, and we get our op ability. Wait, we win. It's a 4-coster.
Oh my god, it's happening again.
It's happening again.
Just do it. Just do it now.
No, we have to wait for them to border control. No, we can't because if they end the run, they don't die. So we're gonna go get a 3-coster. We're gonna get a Reaper function.
We're getting a Reaper function? Oh yeah. It could have been an Anemone. Yeah, it's the same.
It doesn't cost us cards in hand. Sharp personality like cheese.
Patrick's
So-
great deck strikes again.
So we need to fire. It doesn't matter the order we fire this in, right?
Hey, we're basically playing the deck I ran on Saturday, a little bit leaner. Basically trying to do the stuff I tried to do to you.
Hold on, order doesn't matter. So we're gonna go get the Rashida. We'll put that in server 1. Spin Doctor actually would be better, but I think the game's over. Then we'll do 2 here. Nailed it.
Mm-hmm. There we go. What a great deck. You know, people didn't believe in me. By people, I mean,
Your parents.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. That's good. That's
Oh.
yeah. Hey, only I'm allowed to make that joke.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
really true. As Patrick says, not the deck, it's the man, with Andre making the pick. I'm looking for the lines, macaroni. We're trying
Huh?
to make soup from a stone, huh?
Huh? Huh? Okay.
Okay, so
There's a lot. Can chat maybe talk a bit more so I don't have to see Macaroni's bullying and.
so
Oh my god.
the Stavka is like, that's the max punish there. I think you're taking some risks running into that. I think if they had Gordian Blade, the math gets a bit easier there.
Mm.
Again, I don't know if you have to crack the SMC. They could have used the overclock money to crack the SMC, but they're gonna use all their money anyway, so like whatever. But running R&D there, if it's a border control, we get the cheesy combo win. If it's Anvil, we also get the cheesy
Oh
combo
yeah,
win.
of course.
So there's a fair few ice that you could expect on R&D. I feel like the deck actually probably wants 3 Anvil because it is like one of the most important combo enablers.
Getting back up to 3,
yeah, it's
and
really
thus
good.
54 cards is born.
In case of the surprise steel skin, yeah, you're right. I'm not expecting steel skin, but if there is potentially steel skin in hand, you always should do the Reaper first. I was just worrying about Onacom, and the order for that doesn't matter. But you're right. If there's a steel skin, you should always do the small damage, then the big damage. So
Fair, yeah.
strictly wrong the order we did. That's a good call out. Running last click against you proves fatal. Yeah, no, that's the second time. And like they didn't know it was a border control, but running last click classically into op is really difficult because they can border control into like a Bastion or Boga. You allow them to do nonsense, and you don't want to do that. Let's play another Anvil. So much better if I had Gordy instead of Hyperbaric. Oh, Stab. Oh, that's you. Good game. Yeah. I think you had a chance at the remote server. We had a border control in there, so it'd still be difficult. I think Hyperbaric is better in the long run, but obviously on the turn you're running, Gordian Blade feels a bit nicer. But I'd be way more scared about what's it called, about Hyperbaric than anything else. So we're gonna do another Anvil, and then what are we gonna drop?
Yeah.
Mouseless does damage. That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think it's Yakov, man.
I know it's Yakov.
Yeah,
I
it's
just didn't.
always
I didn't
Yakov.
want to say it's Yakov,
Yeah,
but
it's Yakov. Also wonder if we want to play Regolith on this list because our money's bad. And like Regolith's just a good card. It's arguably better than Maryland if you're finding a 2-coster. It allows you to recover better than Maryland.
yeah.
Wait, is all Bass the thing? Yeah, Steven, totally. If you crack
Oh,
a
yeah, for
4-coster on the last turn, you can pull Bass and it's on the table and you can just score from hand.
Yep. Border control turns into fast advance.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
And some people even use Bass with like not harding
In the mutually assured destruction. Yes.
You often see it more with like what's it called, MCA austerity policy. That's really good because you actually can get enough turns, clicks on a turn to mutually assured into boom in the same turn, which is like really good fun. I think with Kid it does. Oh, the Gordian Blade with Kid. I don't even know. I'm not sure. Maybe. I think there's a big chance too. Like both of those are just outclassed by Buzzsaw modernly with Turbine.
JM, you get it. Thank you. No drop, just add. No drop, only add.
But for real, like if we are a combo deck, it's in our best interest, obviously, to go down to 49, right? Like, he's looking.
If we're a combo deck, play the Tutor ID.
Curious if there's a startup version of this. Do you just do Zato and yes?
Yeah, Zato is going to do a lot of the same.
Admittedly, we did a deck dive on a deck like this. I think it was not startup because you generally want Audacity to fast events. But remind us after this game and we'll try and make a startup version real quick. Because I think very few of the cards that are integral to this combo that we're doing or these combos that we're doing are standard only. Back using y'all as a BG noise while working on starter decks for gate update. Oh, gate update as like that's a format. That's pretty cool. That's
BG
pretty cool.
meaning board game noise.
Board game noise, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shuffle, shuffle, clatter, clatter, clatter.
Riffle.
Riffle.
So I found this YouTube channel that's like pretty well known. It's called Remy MTG.
Okay.
And it's this guy who makes like mostly music, but just like little comic skits about Magic the Gathering. And I played like a dozen games of Magic the Gathering, but I've been enjoying this channel so much. It's like just so relatively funny, as much as I think I'm a bit more like, not all internet comedy, like sketch comedy on YouTube. It's a huge range of quality, right? And one of the great ones is the first person to do that obnoxious hand shuffle that I know I do.
Yeah, of course.
And someone
Where
questions
you
about
like
them. Yeah.
pull a card out of your hand, you like swing it around over here, then you swing it back
You
in.
keep flicking it back. And I
Mhm.
think his response was when someone asked him, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I like to pass the time with friction," which is now all I can think of when I'm doing this. Like an absolute jag.
I'm just starting to heat up my cards.
Yeah.
All right, Taco Tuesdays.
Playing your starter out deck at the Sydney meetup, it's fun, but damn, I keep forgetting combo. Andrew, it comes with practice for sure. It's a tricky one. But if you can like, I think playing on JNet actually helps you because anytime you trigger op, it shows you the only legal options. But keep it you keep it in mind to get there. On that note, I listened to the I forgot because
the new podcast.
Yeah, Neon Static.
Neon Static. Yeah,
they said some really kind stuff about this channel, and their stuff is really good, especially for a podcast that focuses on community in terms of like building a new community. Sorry, let's do this hand first.
I'd rather have some money.
Yeah, but then why are we playing this deck, right?
That's a good point.
So I think you have to ice both centrals against Lou early.
Yeah,
they're playing 45, which is more than they need to. I can.
Oh, true. Yeah,
you might be able to mulligan this. So the thing I want to say about Neon Static is I'd recommend.
No, now you've got me convinced.
Especially as a newer player. But they're talking about playing op and having a cheat sheet on the side to tell you all of your like possibilities, and I think that's a nice way to learn it. All right, 1 second. Oh, that's great for centrals. I just need to do this.
What if I had no ice and 3 money? Ice can be exchanged for goods and services.
I think you ice up centrals. And
why did you take the mouse from me?
Because I had to move this.
Okay, sorry. Why do I get so pissy at like exactly 11 p.m. and also at 8 p.m. and right? Let's ice up some of these.
I'll put
centrals.
mouseless on HQ.
Yeah,
it's a bit more annoying, and you need that for the remote server always. So you just put the cheap one on R&D. You only res if you need it, and you click for credit. Next turn we spin doctor.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Neon Static, check it out. It's quite nice. They put out an episode just recently talking about their I think is about their latest event that they put on, and I haven't listened to that one yet, but I listened to the first 3 and they were very great to listen to. This is gonna be also like an attack at ourselves, but it's like funny enough, like a pretty big attack against a bunch of Netrunner podcasts and Netrunner podcasts I like. But one of the comments they got positively was, "You're a podcast that actually talks about Netrunner," which is really funny because there's a lot of good Netrunner podcasts that speak a lot of time not about Netrunner. This channel included sometimes, but they're only Netrunner all the time.
Yeah, apologies. That's mostly the Patrick episodes.
So let's keep on.
Spin Doctor?
Yeah, I think so. You start with that.
I mean, that would just basically let them get
no, but then you Spin Doctor, you ice it up with border control, hedge fund. It's a turn.
Fair, yeah.
So they're definitely going to play Infinite Imp. Again, Steel Skin Scarring is going to be a bit harder to kill, but Knob Curie says, yeah, okay, just ice that up. You always play hedge fund first.
No. You play hedge fund last.
That's correct.
Was that a test? Did I?
Yeah.
Did I pass?
Yeah, I think ironically.
Did I?
I'm trying to do the wrong thing. All right, so this Knob Curie, this is like a very powerful standard console. It says the first run a turn, you get a virus counter on something, which means if you have an imp, it just gets a counter. So like here, they're basically
or power up their fermenter to a ridiculous degree.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's like a run for 2 credits.
I honestly think if they don't crack this, we probably consider purging. They crack it.
They cracked it. Cool. That's fine. Yeah, it's fair.
Okay, how do we do this? This is really ugly because we put Spin Doctor in our remote.
This is a bit awkward, yeah.
Yeah. So how do we get out of this? I think we have to draw once. We need at least one more piece of ice.
I want to draw once.
Yeah. That's good. That's what we put in server 1.
Okay. Well, eventually.
I think right now.
Do we just trash the Spin Doctor? No, we would probably shuffle this back in.
No, shuffle that back in. We don't need that.
All right. So
actually, yeah, we probably need that. Our deck has no money. No.
I'd rather just trash.
Just overinstall
this, so we can.
Install credit, like that's really rough. Any turn that we're doing that, obviously we're not doing enough. It's just really
and
hard
we're doing Urban, not Reaper, right?
Yeah, Urban wins. So I do think you do Urban, and I think you put Maryland. And if they trash it, they trash it. Whatever, it costs them a credit. Neon Static Kitchen meta. There's so many new Netrunner content lately.
That's really cool. I'm glad that there is more Netrunner content because it takes the pressure off of me.
Yeah, I don't even.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's imp. That's the worst case. So they're gonna infinite imp. So now this Maryland is basically get an access. Can you have her imp? Draw a card, gain a credit.
Yeah.
So not great. This Maryland doesn't get shuffled back because it's not res. That's only when the text is active. But now the basic idea is, well, the thing that we have to see is how quickly they're going to transition into breakers. Mind you, they're playing 5 more cards than they need to. This actually might be the deck list of last week. This looks like the deck list last week because it was also Lou.
That was a 45.
45. Yeah.
Interesting.
That was David's deck. So we'll see. It might be that same deck. And if that's the case, we're looking at probably not even 2 Bachelots if they didn't read the write-up. All right.
Is it worth it to ice up archives against an Obcree kind of fueled deck? Okay.
Oh. You can draw once here. You
Yeah.
don't need the envelopment. I forget if that deck is on Pinhold. Marylands are so bad right now.
Yeah, it's crazy that we installed that one.
No, well, they had to have the imp in hand.
I guess so.
I would put that on server 1, click for credit. Like here, there's some respect to Stavka, but like we can barely res 2 ice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see. This is really going to be difficult. Okay, moshing. Let's see if they get breakers into the bin. Is this not rolling? Okay, so they have Black Orchestra, MK Ultra, and Dawkins Pass. So this is definitely the deck list of last week. So they're breaking not barriers. They're running 2 of each breaker. Again, I don't know if they're in botchless unless they read the deck right up. And the deck has 2 Dawkins Pass. So we're just charging in here. They cannot deal with border control. I think we'd rather get the border control res because it's a fair bit cheaper.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
we don't start bleeding
Yeah,
counters
we
that
save the
want.
envelopment for when we need it.
Yeah.
Res border control, get a little bit of value out of
Yeah.
that.
So we res this for 2, which puts on 7. Again, if we res this, we're down to 4.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a pretty big difference. And again, they don't have paperclip yet. It's only a matter of time. Again, if you haven't seen standard, Anarchs can install the breakers from the bin. It's all that Anarchs really do. First steel skin down. That's huge. That's really, really important. We also now have a 4-coster res.
Yes.
So we can get a 3-coster when we need to.
And just getting a bit more value on that imp.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like the imp never empties. So getting additional
yeah.
imp counters actually doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, it's true. Because like every time they run to trash something,
yeah,
their imp will have a counter.
Okay, that's cool. I don't know if the
I'd like
deck
to
was
have-
on pinhole threading. I think it was.
That would make sense. That's a good include
It's
for
really
Lou, for
good
sure.
with Lou.
I feel like drawing.
You
and
can
hope-
maybe draw once. You need an ice, and we have a fair bit more ice. That's not great.
Well,
Maybe
Yeah,
actually, maybe we
maybe
have
it's
a lethal
fine.
next turn. So just hedge fund. Click for credit.
yeah. Lose
You could just,
a Reaper.
No.
Lose the
You-
Maryland
you
because
can't
that's
use Maryland ever. Putting on the Maryland makes them run it, which
Yeah.
is basically a click to get a card for credit. That's actually better than the normal click. So yeah,
Yeah,
we probably
yeah.
don't do that.
Mhm.
46 red number.
Ken, I gotta know
I
what
think
that
it's
is.
negative reviews. Oh,
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Well,
This is
this is interesting.
interesting. No, wait, we're fine. We can get 2 border controls. We win.
We can get 2 border controls. Right, we res the envelopment. Yeah.
Admittedly, if they break all of this, no, we get border control into a code gate. No, they can get in. We're just a bit short.
No, that becomes a border control.
No, they'll just hippo it. Oh, no, if they break all the subroutines, then they can hippo it.
Yes.
And then it doesn't become border control. Because this is only when we trash it, not if they trash our ice.
Oh, of course. Right, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends what they do here. They can mess it up and not
Mhm.
break all the subroutines. If they don't break all the subroutines, this thing is totally safe. But I think they're just in the spot where they're going to turn the corner with all breakers. So 4 to get to strength.
So,
I think them firing this is the biggest mistake.
yeah, this lets us get our power card.
So we get border control.
Mm-hmm.
We put that on server 1.
Yes.
And now
Now they can never get this turn unless they have a pinhole.
yeah. And I think they die. What?
I think they just die.
I think they die.
Patrick's great deck.
So let's see what they do here. So they're going to break 2. So we're not going to get the op ability. We're going to just end the run. So if they come back, we end the run again and this fires. So they can't.
Mm-hmm.
They basically have to have a pinhole here and then they draw. And if they draw and don't have a steel skin, we have lethal. Because this fires and we have Audacity from hand.
Yep.
It's all 0 coster. We might as well, right?
Yep.
Spin Doctor, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it gives us plays. Oh, we win. What the hell is happening today?
Hey, this is a great deck.
How do we have this every single game? Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it.
GG.
Hey, Cror. Shout outs. Cror, thanks so much for doing some almost all the judging work on Sunday. It was absolutely invaluable.
Do you want to
Thank you
hit
so
leave
much.
game real quick?
Yeah. Come on. Hey, say GG.
Damn it. Uh,
Yeah, I saw your message after. I didn't see it soon enough. I definitely would have said yes immediately if I saw that. Remember to trash the first border control before they break. I think it's actually fine because this says the first time you break all subroutines on the outermost piece of ice during a run each turn. So I think if they, oh no, because they didn't break all of them. You're right. Yeah, we'd have to break the border control first, otherwise they could hippo it.
wait, Thanos,
I think we messed it up maybe.
we're at 3 wins.
Yeah, then so we have the Patrick.
Patrick is a 3.
Yeah.
Right? Is it?
Patrick
Yeah.
is 3. Yeah.
Patrick is 3. But we know hockey. So, of
We
course,
do know
Patrick is
hockey, unfortunately.
Patrick
Canada
is 3.
knows.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So this
Ice.
deck's undefeated on JNet.
Hockey has ice. So does
Let-
Netrunner.
Let's duplicate this into startup
Sure.
and then see what that looks like. Because I don't think it's going to be huge changes.
Well, we lose so many crucial. No, we lose
No.
border control is huge.
Oh yeah, you lose border control. That's gonna win you a lot of games.
Yeah, border control is
It has been
is the key
important
card.
in every single game
Yes,
so far.
100%.
But I think there's ways to do this. So we're gonna do edit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll do it. We're required to know hockey. Unfortunately, yeah.
Well, that makes sense because we've been winning so quickly that maybe you stepped out to write some more insults, and you just missed our beautiful win.
Okay, so we want to play 3 anvil. This is the unfair way we can do our combo. We can't play mouseless, so we're losing code gates there.
Yeah, we lose
After
urban
we
as well.
Can't play.
Mhm.
We lose urban. Actually, we lose a heck
We
of
lose-
a lot. We lose audacity. We lose. This is fine, but I think we can rebuild it. You just rebuild it different. Losing 3 border control is the worst part. SESs don't matter.
Yeah, so SGS is whatever.
Okay, so 37 cards. We have no influence to work with. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our influence a bit less consistent, but more consistent.
Yes.
Like we're going to play 1 Anemone. We're going to
Fair.
play 1 Reaper function. And we're probably not going to play any Maryland campaigns because honestly, they've performed consistently.
That's fair. I still like to have it, but like I see what you mean by Regolith. Like that just lets you recover from an expensive turn really quick.
Yeah, so let's try that.
Yeah, this is Patrick's startup deck.
And then here, I'm going to talk into this microphone now.
This is exactly what I thought would happen.
And then here we're going to play Sarevna. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Don't yell into the microphone.
But that wasn't a yell.
We're going to play 2 Sarevna there. And on top of the Sarevna 2, now we can start playing because our only unfair boarding control in this format is Zato. Now, everyone respects Zato way too much. So it's actually hard to run Zato because I think people just ignore the remote server. So maybe that's going to work. Maybe it's not. So then we can get rid of Yakov because, of course, we do. So now we need more code gates. I think we can play some Hordems in there. Otherwise, I think we're kind of mostly there. We have to fix our agenda hole, but like that'll be fine. And then anything that does additional damage would be fine. So we have more influence here. We can actually put an Anemone or a Reaper function back. I think we'll be fine. Oh, thanks, Bagels. That's very kind.
Cool. Come on, man.
-3 Rashida as well. Oh yeah, huge. Okay, so now the cool thing.
With that crucial part of our econ gone, maybe it's time to bring back another unique character.
I doubt it.
Come on.
I really
Come on.
doubt it.
There's got to be.
So I think we could consider playing Hostile.
Okay.
I think it's reasonably good enough. There's no other way. How else do we do damage? Like, I don't think orbital superiority makes any sense. Seamless launch is like really difficult because none of our agendas really scale well with seamless launch.
Yeah.
And it doesn't let you fast advance, right? So it doesn't really do that much. It's like never almost a bad card, but like we're playing literally no 4/2s. So
Yeah.
Oh, well, we are actually playing 4/2s. Okay, so what else can we play? I think Oaktown or Offworld are fine. I think Offworld's like a good way to solve 2
Probably
problems
a little,
in one
yeah.
slot.
Mhm.
So this is an ugly agenda suite. This is actually one of the most defensible agenda suites. This takes about 18 accesses to win. This is like a really big deal when it comes to startup. However, this agenda suite also sucks at winning the game because we have to score 4 agendas.
Yes, and it's a
So-
lot harder to get a sneaky kill.
Yes, in the format, I reckon.
Yeah.
So I think we play 2 hostiles and we just cut whatever 2-pointer we like the least. I'm going to say Alice.
Okay. I'm fine with that because like our fast advance tools are gone, so
Yeah.
a blank 3/2 isn't that helpful.
Okay. So how else can we do damage?
Startup.
I think Vera
like
is
that.
like worth considering. It gives us slightly more damage in the format, but the thing is like we have to do damage into score Vera. That's kind of hard.
And that's a huge amount of influence as well. What do we?
Yes.
We have to lose so much of what makes the deck Patrick's great deck.
I think on top of that too, if we want
Well, I
to
mean,
like,
it's Revna. I feel like we could drop 4.
no,
Vera.
this is really good.
I know it's good, but like, if I were to choose one thing to drop for the Vera, I would choose Zarevna's.
I would drop them a virus. This doesn't get us anything anymore.
Okay.
But
oh yeah, and that brings us
if
to
we
11. I
keep
didn't
them
realize.
viruses in, we can also swing into the other poisonous thing and start it, which is half run.
Yes.
So we can run 1 half run, which also allows us to confirm any card. So what card can we play that has the most damage on it? It would be like Bathinimus, but that doesn't make sense. Also, Architecture Foley, how's it going? It's really hard because we don't have a lot of trashables and it's very expensive. I think if we were doing that, we would need more money. Clearinghouse
is maybe
interesting, but kind of hard. How much influence is Ronin? That's like very similar to Clearinghouse.
Yeah, why play Ronin if we have Clearinghouse for free?
Yeah. Clearinghouse at home. Like Snare, honestly, would probably be the best. Like if they hit a Snare, it turns on our combo.
Yeah.
And like Snare just turns out to be one of the best things you can do in startup. It's really funny. Okay. Okay. Well, we got to put 9 more cards in here. So let's get our economy together.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Okay. So we're going to look at assets.
Neutral assets.
Svi is interesting. I think Svi is actually worth playing because Svi means we can pull Reaper function consistently.
Yeah. And then it's still on the table for 1 turn.
Oh shit. Yeah. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Is there anything we can pull at start a turn that actually is worth scoring? Like it would be Vera. Vera works in this slot, but again, 4 influence. Daijin Half-Run, how's it going? Yes. Daijin, are you cool with the power stuff? Did you lose power? Snare has a proven track record in startup. Yes, it's shown by last week for sure.
Daijin, I mean, he lives a little bit further away from me now, but I think he's still in the danger zone of NDG, right?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, I don't know. I think Svi is like kind of okay. It's just like kind of rough. Got power back. Thanks for asking. Okay, good to hear.
Why are we doing Svi if we've got Yakov waiting in the wings? He's our ringer. He's our econ ringer. He's
not very good in the format.
No, but got power back.
MVP in the tournament from last week. It was so good. Snare is like the only way you can deal with a lot of really powerful runner decks. It's very funny how good it is. Okay, so ice. This is all we have. We're gonna do triple Stavka because we do have the half run combo. That's worth keeping in mind.
Sure.
I think cutting Scythe. What are we at? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's about as much ice as we can get away with.
That's good for 45.
Let's play 3 extract. Let's play 2 government subsidy. Hopefully that solves some of our econ issues. Keeling. Keeling's hard.
Keeling is also 4, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it, but like I think it's.
I like it.
Okay.
I'm into it. Yeah, so we have dropping Daijin. We cut 1.
Mavaris, or no, Mavaris goes into half run.
I think we cut a Serevnia.
Yep.
And we cut a.
It's getting further away from.
But this is the only way to consistently set up like a kill. It's like
but how often do we have more than one server that like is protecting?
This is our only server. Oh, and then we lose to centrals.
There's
Then we can't win. Okay. I think also on top of it, like we could play a single public trail and end the line. So like we could loosen them up with like the Anemone out of nowhere or like the tags out of nowhere, Sarevna, and then we can kill them with end the line. You want to try that? I think that's a win condition.
Yeah, I mean that's more influence. Like
it's barely more influence.
True.
Like we just cut one of these and we play a public trail and a half. I think public trail is actually pretty bad in the format. Like everyone's playing no free lunch. Like who's not?
Yeah. I don't think.
Yeah, Crow, we have issues. This is definitely way worse than the standard version, which actually like can get people out of nowhere. I don't know what to do, man. It's really hard to do more damage. I think we just have to play snare and hope someone beefs it. Like that sucks.
Yeah, I feel like we're losing the core of the deck. like we lost the core of the deck when we lost border control.
Yeah.
The Zato and Stavka like kind of do something similar, but it's just not exactly it.
Yeah, our only we put public trail Crore, but yeah, right now Serevna is their only tag, so I don't think we rely on this. This is hard. It's like just hard to do enough damage. Like orbital can do some damage, but you have to be tagged, so that's like not consistent.
Yeah, then that's a whole other deck.
Yeah,
Archer's
not even necessary when you have Stavka and half run. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this like full kill combo will really work unless you're playing more traps and going horizontal and playing like 3 snares. Like why don't we do that? Let's try and play the acid version.
Let's do a horizontal
the acid version.
So, we can still do like an enemy with some stuff and
so let's try 3 hostile.
Okay.
We have to play Bladderword, right? Like just by definition of the deck. So we'll play that. So then we don't need half run. We don't need Serievna. So we're gonna play 3 anvil because that allows us to do something
anvil,
cool.
Yep.
What else do we need? Do we want to install advanced clearinghouses and other traps? That's hard. We definitely want Anemone.
Yep.
As much as we don't have 4 costers.
Well, yeah, we won't need Stavka. I mean, Anvil is a 4-coster. If we can trash an Anvil.
Anvil's still great. I think Tithe is really good. Anything that just says net damage that people like beef into is fine. We'll play 1 Stavka maybe. Is there stuff you can trash at instant speed for 1 cost and get snare into a server? They've committed to access Grim. In the entire standard format, there's only 1 card. I've looked into this, and it is terrible. It's a card that forces you to shuffle your whole hand back into your deck and draw nothing. There is, in fact, the fact that there's no 1 cost you can trash at instant speed in standard that's playable is actually huge for snare and on. Because you're right, you could pull it. It'd be really, really cool. But I've looked into it. There's 1 NBN card of this lady at a desk, and it's really, really bad. Rococo is... The thing with Rococo is you can't crack Rococo if it doesn't have counters on it. And it's really hard to get counters on Rococo. There's like a lot of conditions to firing Rococo. But otherwise, it's only this 1 NBN asset. I don't know. Pretty sure it's by design. Even in Eternal, it's not worth pursuing.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we build assets? What are the best assets in the farm?
Well, I don't think we need government subsidy anymore if we're going for more econ assets.
We probably don't need Zato.
Zato won't work as well, yeah.
We definitely want Svigator. How do you do damage? Can we fast advance a Ronin somehow? That would need a lot of influence. Ronin's already like 4 influence.
Ronin's 4 influence.
Yeah. Zato and Icewall into snare?
I mean, well,
Yeah, but they don't access the
let's
snare.
just
You have to-
do. I mean, yeah, we can't do clearinghouse when we don't have.
The big thing with op is like when you get the snare on the table, it's rezzed, and if you Zato an ice wall, the ice wall ends the run, so it doesn't work. Yeah, it's very, very hard to get a snare. Yeah, Ronin's really expensive. Like clearinghouse is the next thing, but clearinghouse only makes sense if there's other non-advanceable traps.
Yeah.
So I think it's like playing 3 Reaper functions, like
Yes.
like an NBN deck.
Yes.
So we'll cut the Mavirus because it doesn't really get anything
Fair.
anymore. This is where Maryland is better than Regolith, but we have issues. So okay, we are on 1 costers here. Hostile Reaper function. Regolith. Oh man, I think we want 3 Reaper functions.
Yeah, let's drop 1 Bladderwort and put a Reaper in.
How do you get 4? What are 4 costers in the format? That are no, like they're no 4 cost assets, and I think we're lucky about that. Yeah, Alexa Belsky, that's the one, Rohit. Yeah, it's the only. It's really really bad. I think we use Speed to Gore to go trash our Reaper functions, but then we want something on the table that will also kill them.
Yeah, but you're wondering how we get the Reaper function. That, like, normally that would be like, oh, well, border control, of course, or like extract to Stafka.
Yeah, but if extract to Stafka, they have a whole turn, and Speed doesn't allow you to fire the Reaper function. That's so bad. I was thinking of adding Cerebral Overrider. It's not in startup anymore. It rotated. Yeah, this is also really hard. Like, that's again, if you want to play standard, there's a bigger card pool, but we're like 1 or 2 cards short in like just about every direction. Like, unfortunately, the best thing we can play is Snare. Probably better than Bladderwort, honestly. How do you do damage? How do you do damage? I just want a card on the table that does damage. Yeah, there's nothing between turn and Sol Reaper. Yeah, right. Like, that's the problem. Border control is so good in
well, I can't remember. Is it Moskos or Hortum that's in startup?
It's a Hortum. Yeah, the one that doesn't do damage. Yeah. I think Tithe is probably really good for this match.
Yeah.
Dominant triggering the last click is probably your closest bet. Yeah, or Anvil. I think those 2 are probably our best bet. And so we just jam agendas behind Anvil, and then hopefully it sets something up.
Sure. I mean, Hortum is another 4 cost that can become a crucial 3 cost. Just a thought.
Yeah, it's a good enough 4 cost. Yeah. You're right. And I don't think we play Envelopment in this deck.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not great.
There's like, yeah, we've got the three anvils, and yeah.
Anvil seems like an enabler for the startup one, allowing you to trash on runs. Yeah, that's the only one that we have. And I think 3 Anvil seems good. Yeah, Anvil's great. Okay, we just have to get other things into it. Malapert doesn't get us anything cute, right?
You keep on taunting me by...
Well, Ayakov doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he doesn't. Okay, in this version of the deck, he's useless. That's true.
Like, maybe they trash it. That's the best case.
Yeah, there we go. Crisium for just a little bit of defensive value, or...
Yeah, Mavirus we cut from the list, and I don't think there's very powerful 2 costers, but it's definitely a card you would play in here if we had a bit more influence to play with. I don't mind this. Okay, what else can we put on the table? Unfortunately, we have no influence to work with that, so we'll just look at assets and upgrades. And unfortunately, again, it's a very small pool, but like Pad Campaign is just good enough. And I think Clearinghouse, like, we consider. I think we actually have to consider Clearinghouse because I think it's solid advance behind an Anvil is like fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, that's fine. Yeah. So we'll cut.
I mean, why do we put the pad? Like, I don't think we need pad campaigns. We've got it.
We have like no money. We have hedge funds extract, and if they leave us fee on the table,
we've got 12.
Yeah, okay.
15. We've got a lot of money. I think
government subs is hard because, like, if we're Bladder, we're not trying to float 10, so it doesn't make that much sense in the deck, unfortunately. Yeah, let's try this.
Sure. I feel like Bladderwort is not. No, but yeah, but Bladderwort's probably fine. I don't know what I'm saying.
I think the game plan here is probably a bit less robust, but I think it attacks on an angle that's a bit more surprising. Do you want to hit Control A, Control C?
I'd love to.
Consider Roturds, another 4-coster play Reaper and only 1 influence. It's not bad, but it's influence. And like, I don't think the problem is we not having enough 4-costers. We also don't care about program destruction much, but I don't think program destruction is bad. Great question mark deck. We've hit 59.
What does the number mean?
Okay, start up. Give it a name, Pat. Rototurd performed really well. It's honestly really, really good on the weekend.
Because I'm not looking. It's good. No, it's because I'm not looking.
Okay.
Oh wait, are you criticizing the name? You're probably just criticizing.
I'm criticizing.
I'm gonna no. That was also a typo. Totally.
Yeah, totally. The EDR they value more on Roto. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
like, we'll take it.
I mean, yeah, Sentry that ends the run, like that's sometimes that's exactly what you need.
It says deck is standard illegal, but I think it just isn't loaded yet. Hold on. How hard is it when we find a startup game? Everybody's playing standard tonight. Maybe someone from chat will jump in. No, it seems good. Startup legal.
All right, people, get your startup runners ready.
Hopefully doing well too.
And remember, if you win against this one, it's not technically my deck, so like my deck is actually
Still undefeated.
Still undefeated, and we're gonna retire it after this this stream. So
Very mercifully. Wait.
we're playing
Oh,
we're
it's a
playing
corp deck.
runners. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're in the middle of like a really bad ice storm. There are a lot of people. There's like about 1 million people in the city that don't have power. So we're really fortunate here. Pat, I don't even know if you have power yet.
Nope. I'm going home to a dark home with melty ice cream, as I mentioned before. And then people are like, "Oh, you're not considering the lactose intolerant."
Yeah.
Like, I consider the lactose intolerant way too much, frankly. Sorry,
55 ESSA. I don't know what's gonna happen.
that was a bit of a rant. I know, terrible of me. I just like drinking ice cream soup. You know, I've got cereal. Here's what I'm gonna do when I get home: bowl of cereal,
Yeah, ice cream.
pour the melty ice cream over it. This is
complete breakfast.
Yeah, these are kind of the pleasures you can never experience.
Yeah. Okay, so ESSA, a lot of sabotage. That's gonna be difficult for us. We have nothing on the table so far that we want to care, but we want to make sure we don't get what's it called, and we don't want to get also what's it called. So finality and
Chastushka, yeah.
the translations here. So I think we just like double Anvil Centrals.
Yes.
Because it's a really good face check on the early turn. If like
You go for it. I'm going to explain to Andrew Jolly what a ice storm is.
yeah.
So, I mean, what happened this time is basically freezing rain. Basically, like water is coming down that's basically below zero, so it freezes almost as soon as it lands.
On impact, yeah.
On impact, yeah. So it's like it's liquid, but it's ice cold.
Yeah.
It accumulates on trees. It like freezes as soon as it hits the bark. We've
And
developed
like infrastructure. Like
yeah, exactly.
anything.
Yeah, like we talked about like power pylons, just like they get coated with a thick rime, a thick like layer of ice, like centimeters thick sometimes, and on a tree. Oh yeah, perfect.
Like
Yeah, that's
these are what trees look like. They just get covered in ice and then they become too heavy and they break. So they're breaking power lines, they're breaking cars, they're breaking infrastructure, water pipes. Like it's a huge issue.
yeah, things just implode.
Don't res into raindrops on centrals.
Yeah, especially Anvil's not going to do much.
Yeah, so it's weird. It's very, very pretty if it's non-destructive. Like if you just get a bit of it, because everything's like literally covered in ice. It looks like a cartoon when like Mr. Freeze comes in and
exactly
coats everything. But it is very problematic on an infrastructure side.
Yeah, because like it's like it's frozen water. It's just so heavy it just like tears the branches off of huge trees, which just like crush cars or tear down power lines and so on.
And then on top of it too, there's like trees that are just damaged that are about like they're gonna fall at any point, so they have to also go and take those down. Unfortunately, I'd probably trade you a Firestorm, but still, I think Firestorm is probably.
I'd rather. You know what? I'm gonna stick with good old fashioned Canadian Ice Storm. Probably not worth resing yet, especially because like it's a fun surprise when it is res.
Yeah, when it hits something. Like this is just a credit swing.
Yeah. Also, people are not great at driving on snow and way worse on ice.
Yeah, that's true. There's just not a lot of cars out.
Like, you should not be outside whether you're in a car or not, because like if you're in a car, something heavy enough will just crumple the car.
Well, they trashed out on turn 1 for 4. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
All right. Well, that just happens.
Yeah, we can't really.
We're just gonna let that happen. So I don't think we need this.
Yeah.
We have a spin doctor. They could run archives. Okay, that's 2 points. That's whatever.
In Quebec, so 25 years ago, we had what's called the ice storm. It's something that like we were seeing like the images you saw were from that.
Yeah,
it was like a legendary event in Quebec history. People will talk about like, oh, what were you doing? What did you do in the ice storm? Like, oh, did you have somewhere to stay? Because like most of the island was without power. Way worse than this time. Install spin res.
I kind of like holding it.
Sure.
If we want ice for it, we've lost a fair bit of ice. Like yeah, probably. But like I love protecting these things because then ESSA doesn't do anything. I'm just gonna put these down on the table.
Fair.
I'll stay safe. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, thank you.
We're gonna be okay.
Yeah, like during the last ice storm, my family was without power for like a week and a half.
And it's the winter. It's not.
Exactly.
Power.
Yeah. Dayton had 3 weeks without
3
power.
weeks with no power. Yeah. Did you go somewhere? Because there's always stories like people ending up in malls or like you go to your friend's house that has a generator, stuff like that. Okay, so they got down a telework. Otherwise, they just click for credits. That's fine.
Yes.
So
Fiagatord's not
doesn't
useful yet.
do anything.
Regolith, we'll see if we need
Essence eventually going to have 1 billion hand size, which that's a problem. I think we can draw once and then just take 2 off Regolith because I think we need to find combo pieces. I'm going to ice actually up.
Here's the thing: ESSA will have like 1 billion hand size, but probably not a lot of installables, and those anvils are going to trash Amaro eventually.
This is Drop honestly thinks she's one of the strongest runners. I think the pronoun is Z. In startup, Essa I think is quite powerful. I think Essa also like is one of the runners that can punish corpse for playing poorly the worst. So that is something that happens. Like it's hard to tell how good Essa is because I think just like the results are kind of all over the place. Because I've seen people just like 5 cards in hand, sabotage 4 from the top of R&D. Like that's nonsense. I don't think you ever do that. I obviously we res this and only clicked it for credit. I don't mind it. Maybe we shouldn't have done that because we can extract this, but there's no really good one costers. Maybe just getting an Ice Wall in archives is good enough.
Yeah, our so like the 98 Ice Storm, middle of winter, like it was freezing after for the days after as well. Like it, like many people died or suffered terrible health problems. This time around, like it is in the middle of the spring and it's already like 11 degrees out today.
Yeah,
so like things are already melting, but still we lost power and a lot of trees are, you know, scattered across the streets.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how it is, but yeah, a lot of people don't have power. Cool. So you saw that. That's cool. Again, this doesn't really do anything. We can always go get 3 credits. Oh yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, it's gonna do.
Wait, how do we combo off here? Do we have any line that does enough damage?
Wait, what were you thinking of doing?
Trashing a forecaster, but it's not.
Well, how can we trash a forecaster?
I realize now we can.
Okay, yeah.
So they're gonna lose
Essa
their money.
made Netrunner fun. That's yeah. I mean, I like Essa and I like Sabotage a lot.
Yes. I also like it in startup where Anna just doesn't have a lot of access to like fundamentals. Forcing you into this strange direction of sabotage is a lot more necessary. And so more people are interacting with cards they might be scared to interact with, which is great.
Yep.
All right. We're off. Woo!
Off to the races indeed.
Okay, so that is
Essa's at no money. Like that's I kind of like just pressuring. Put that down.
We can't res it.
It's fine.
Doing something.
Yeah.
It's easier for spelling. Yeah. Reaper is scary. Yeah, eventually the marrow comes down. Again, it was like 55 cards, maybe even more. So finding the marrow is just way less consistent. I think there's some like I think some people might consider like, oh, I'm going to play more cards because I'm going to play Banhar and then I'm going to take all this net damage. And so I want more cards, but I don't actually think that's relevant in startup at all. Like I think Essa has enough pressure and cards like Finality and Chastushka are so impactful that you almost always win or lose the game before you get to the bottom of the bin. So I don't think it matters. That's the name of my goofy Nanook deck that is just full Savon trash to get 7 and bin so I never lose. We almost played Nanook, I think last week. I think it was maybe last week. Yeah, we played Essa and that was actually quite fun. And I think it's right. Just installing an imp. Unfortunately, we can purge here. So Reaper does 2 and gets us a Regolith. How do we close the game out? We just also need to get on the table, what's it called? An agenda. Azia. I think here we can just purge. As much as I don't care about this, I think we can just purge.
Okay. So we weren't, so we're saving the Reaper for the right time.
We're going to win.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah.
I think we just purge. Like, they're not doing anything quickly, but neither are we. Those 50 plus deck sizes, if only they knew. Yeah. 54 off. And op too, it's like, it's hard, right? Because you kind of have the toolbox. Maybe you can get away with it a bit, but like I do still think op has the best cards that are really important for combo stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I obviously agree. Like I went into that. I went into the event like, yeah, I wish I could have trimmed this a little bit, but I didn't.
I played 46 runner. I'm not that much better.
Let my imp breathe. Of course, we've just given them basically anvil fuel. So
that's true.
Yep,
it's totally true. You want to just keep purging every turn?
Yeah, until we draw like our combo.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to get something behind the ice wall. So we're trying to top deck into the ITF. I think getting down another Reaper also wins the game. So unfortunately, if we ever like Svidagore the Anvil to get a Reaper, it won't be their start of turn. So if anything, we want to be really aggressive. We can just force the issue and extract the Anvil to go get a Reaper, put it behind this server and ice wall it.
Oh my god.
I think it's correct.
That's mean, but
do we just do install advanced clearinghouse to threaten 3 damage and then go from there? I think that's like the more conservative play.
Install advanced and ice wall?
No, the clearinghouse.
No, I mean ice wall over clearinghouse.
No, we need to advance this thing so it kills.
Yeah, that's what. So do we ice the clearinghouse?
Yeah.
Yes,
but we don't advance the ice wall. I thought that's what.
No, we're. Oh my god.
Actually, we can let this breathe. I think we need to get some money if they ever threaten us. But yeah,
we didn't advance the clearinghouse.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, we just don't have the money. Again, they're seeming pretty cautious so far, but
Yeah,
like,
super not. I'm on your side. The funny option is always my vote.
yeah, I think it might be right? Like maybe we can double advance this thread and 4 damage, but we can always go and get the anvil done. Unfortunately, that opens us for finality, and we can just like lose the game at some point. Assuming they have the finality. But this is also reasonable. Yeah, we're built our own Asa deck. Asa, excuse me. I really hate that Asa and Asa are so close in name. And
Yeah.
I just
That was a
I
mistake.
don't know why that happened. We'll see. All right, they're checking. Ice wall.
What is happening with all those triggers? Okay,
but
thank you.
What did I do?
You have unresed cards with one turn.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's not our turn. I don't know why you're bugging us.
I know, I appreciate it. I think that's useful. I just feel like
maybe that's what the 68 is. We're at 68.
68 reminders that you have started turn triggers that you're unordered. Credit. So Botulus could come down here. That's fine. Again, this is 3 to trash.
Yeah, that's a fine thing. I wouldn't mind Botulus going on that as well. And then
okay. Okay, so here we could always sphere our anvil. Let's do it. Let's just do the fun thing. Let's trash this. Let's go get a Reaper function. And put in a new remote server. All right, this is cool. No. Nice try.
We're going to draw and look for ice?
No, we're just going to double advance this. Now they have like 4 things to do in a turn.
All right.
And then put another card down. It doesn't really do much. Oh, just click for credit.
Or extract this fee.
No, we don't need that money.
Okay.
Because like we want to use this for our ability. We don't want to just fire it for 6 credits.
Why don't we advance the clearinghouse once more?
Yeah, okay. Well, because it's expensive. All right, we'll see how this goes. Triple advance for the win. Yeah, there's a chance. This was 5 damage. So again, we haven't seen a single steel skin scarring, and it's hard to play around again. 55 cards. Who knows if they have it? Let alone maybe they're keeping it in hand because of this, but it's hard to tell. Here, I think they need a Botulus or a Cleaver, and even then, they need to trash this for 3. So probably they have to crack the Fermenter, which wouldn't be surprising, but they click for credits last turn. Yeah, okay. So now they have to hit their Fermenter. 7 damage on the field. The runner must run. Oh, yeah, it's true. 3 plus 2 plus. Oh, they're clicking for credit?
Oh, no.
No. If they don't hit the Ferment, they lost the game.
Well, what do they...
They think it's an agenda.
They think it's an agenda, of course.
Of course, they think it's an agenda.
Is...
Okay, so you have 1 click left, and we have literally 7 damage on the table. Yeah, if they cracked that, they could have trashed it. But again, it looks like an agenda.
Yeah.
The question is, what agenda is
crack that, trash, and then draw, and then you survive.
Yeah, this is a weird matchup, though. Like, turn 1, they went down to 0, which I don't think you want to do.
Truly a great deck.
Yeah, exactly. 2 steals can survive. Yes. Is that correct? If they have 2 in hand, they definitely survive. If they have 1 in hand and they draw into 1, do they survive? We want to do the small damage first. Okay, top of the deck.
Hoping for an agenda.
Okay, so we do the small damage first, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because it's less likely to... They also left this on the table, which is unfortunate. Because they knew there's 5 damage there. So yeah, they were a click short of even trashing that. So we'll start here. We'll take 2. Look for a 2-coster. I'm going to say no on this one. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
No, we'll just kill with this. We'll kill with this one. We just got to buff the stats of Clearinghouse Online.
GG.
Yeah, if you crack the Fermenter.
Esther, we didn't res the Clearinghouse at the right time. Got to remember that for...
Oh, yeah, technically we didn't res it. You're right. Yep. That was illegal.
Game lost.
Yeah, we should have wanted that. But we had to res it before start a turn. Like, we can't trigger this and then res it. But again, resing it for 0 doesn't change anything. But yeah, definitely wrong.
Yeah, they're playing kind of recklessly like they had a steel skin, I guess.
I don't know.
But also, like, yeah, they assumed that was an agenda. So
they assumed it was agenda, but like turn 1, their economy, like they just sent it. So I don't know. They might just be like playing fast and loose. I can go again if you like. I think we have to call it though. It's 11:40, right?
Yeah.
Appreciate the offer.
After all those tooltip pop-ups, still miss the Clearinghouse, huh?
Yeah, that's true. Lots of triple Reaper function this past weekend. The worst part is I ran one of the 4 remotes and picked one without the 4 Reapers. Yo, that's sick. Yeah, we saw triple Reaper function last weekend. Streaming nice, cool. Yeah, totally. We got all to get that. Cheers. Cheers. All right.
All right, folks.
Okay.
It's time for me to go home to my pedal-powered apartment.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Pat, thanks for joining us.
Hey, I had a great time being in a powered home.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice.
It's
Yeah.
like 1922.
Modern luxury. Obviously, it had been 24 hours since the last time I used a computer, so
yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. We're going to pretend I was not at the office all day.
Yeah.
Working on my computer job.
Thanks so much for joining us. If you're watching the VOD, hopefully you're doing well. If you're in Montreal and you need some help, you're stuck in a storm, let us know. We have a car. We can probably help you. So yeah, hopefully you're doing well. If you're anywhere else, we're probably not going to drive out of the city. So you're on your own. We had a huge week last week, a lot of content coming up. Again, I'm working on that supposed video about the agenda stuff. I don't think it's going to be a particularly long video. It's more about presenting our results than it is like really talking about it. But the results I think are good, and there's a lot of numbers to look at. So hopefully that's satisfying enough.
Yeah. And speaking of numbers, people who are keeping track, we're now at 70 flashing red number.
Flashing red.
So
I'm just deleting that button. I'm gonna
no, we have to. Okay, go. We take a video of it. Why is it doing this?
And that's see all this. Yeah, we have a circuit opener on the 22nd.
April 22nd.
April 22nd. So hopefully see you there. I don't think there's any big events before then around here. Again, they just announced the AMT. The accelerated maintenance test for April will be on the 15th. So check out there. Again, huge shout out I have to give to so many people for this last weekend, just for people joining into this startup event. That was huge.
Yeah.
We had 31 players, which is a really, really good turnout. I think it probably is one of the biggest GNKs that's happened for a long time.
Cool,
being online obviously helps that, but huge shout outs. And then a huge shout out to Asphyxia Marbles, joined us on comms. Huge shout out to Cror, who did TOing, to my partner who Cror did judging. My partner technically did TOing. And then to also like Yasengrin, who answered a bunch of my questions, and Orb also helped out too, which is great.
Yeah.
AIM2 so early for West Coast this time. We'll have to attend another one. Yeah, I think they're rotating the time slot, so it makes sense for more people, which like overall that's probably really good. We're going to try and do the same as well for our upcoming GNK at some point, which we'll announce at some point once everything gets settled and I mail out prize support and realize how difficult the whole process is.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's largely it. Enjoy your week. Hopefully you're doing well. Again, spring has sprung. Seconding the rad shirt. Where's this shirt from?
The Ghastly Crumb Tinies by Edward Gorey. I used to have this poem memorized.
Okay.
I would recite it at parties, and maybe that's the core of my
that explains
social difficulties today. I don't know. Anyway, it's a I'll recite it to you after the stream. Everyone else knows what it is. I'll tell you about it later.
We've tons of books. I've heard his name. I probably have read some of his stuff.
I'm sure you
before.
have. Yeah,
for sure. That's it. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back in a week. Ciao.
Bye, everybody.